Hey everyone, and welcome back to Arcane Focus. I'm Mike, your dungeon master. I'm really excited for today, if you haven't noticed. I'm really excited to share what comes up. I am joined with my amazing players. We have Amber, Steve,
Hi.
and Temple.
Hello.
Guys, welcome. For a reminder for those who may be lurking in chat, I updated a bit of our layout, just a bit. We now have showing on screen what I like to call our follower goal. I'm really trying to help grow the channel as much as possible, and one way to doing so is actually putting a goal. So we have a goal of 500 followers. If you are new to the channel, please give us a follow. And if you're watching this on VOD, please head to our Twitch channel and do the same. In addition to that, if you guys don't know, if you're lurking or you're chatting with us, following as well, you get gold coins, which is the Twitch currency that we have here. You can spend those gold coins to give our players, as well as myself, either bonuses or negatives to their rolls. So, and you get to specify.
Never mind, you can get the negatives.
I think one person gave me a positive, and I was like, thank you so much. It doesn't always have to be bad.
Wait, didn't they take it back and said that was an accident?
Maybe.
No, I think that was when you were helping us as an NPC or something. So, like, it was technically a good thing.
That's true.
When you're trying to kill us, that's when you want to give them the negative.
What else? So a few other things is that we actually added a few new emotes to the Twitch channel. If you don't know, now we have for first level subscribers, you can get the Vera, Rolly, or Savannah emote, which is there, and we also added for tier 3 subscribers the Gina Lee emote.
Wow.
Wow!
I support your Gina Lee.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you can either wear that or the Books and Brew shirt.
Side note,
Oh my god.
somebody liked his shirt, didn't know that it was a stream, and then somehow recommended a witchy sandwich place to us. That was actually pretty good.
It was pretty good.
We're
We
merch.
need to talk about that later.
What else do we have to announce? As a reminder, we'll end up having some more physical promotions coming up, but we do have our one-shot coming up next month, which is Mallaholics. It's going to be an interesting, modern version of a one-shot, D&D one-shot. We'll see how it goes. I'm really excited for it, though, because I grew up in the 90s. We all did. And it's going to be a blast from the past. Did you have something you wanted to bring up? Or was that at the one? No?
I haven't thought of a name yet, but we will have a one-shot in October.
So far, we are calling it Amber's One Shot. Amber will be DMing a one shot coming this October, keeping in with that spooky
props.
vibe. Yeah, she did buy props.
It's an excuse to buy
So
more black shit.
it'll be interesting. Amber's Halloween special.
I kind of just like the name of that, Amber's Halloween.
No,
I'm okay with enabling. That's pretty
I
good.
mean it's gonna have to do with Hades, so I'm thinking it just depends on the roll of the dice on the concept I have.
So I'm thinking Amber's Spooktober Halloween extravaganza bonanza.
Yes, I love it all. That's perfect.
Mike just wants to be a player,
I just
and I
want to be a
was
player.
like,
I'm excited to be a
I'm
player.
full on like to kill you twice in this one shot. So
Well, that sounds deadly. So let's actually do a quick recap of what happened last time, because it may be just equally as deadly. Following the footsteps of Ruby Blair, the royal counselor to the Estrafus domain, the party, along with a secondary team and group calling themselves the Blades, walk into Alrak Castle. There, Ruby went into detail about the call for action and help that they needed. The somewhat secluded Mirbite, the city of Mirbite, has stopped all communication and trade with the domain for some time now. Scouts and even a domain chosen were sent to investigate, but none have returned. The domain has been left in the dark, and because of that, they are asking for adventurers to investigate further. After some back and forth and a somewhat kind of interrogation from the party, they eventually all agreed to help the domain. Let's see here. They rented a team of sled dogs, and after some time learning how to control the highly trained team, they headed west into the winter tundra. Through their travels, they picked up a domain chosen in training, Roman, and his shadow polar bear, Violet, They talked to a group of dragonborn monks, enjoyed the tea that was given to them, and fought several large blue and red colored creatures that unfortunately did kill our barbarian, Rolly Barnwell. After a moment of death and within the void, he was brought back by Vera. Savannah also started hearing voices in her mind, later saying to Savannah that she is its host, and that it'll do its best to protect her. Lastly, the party traveled through 2 days of heavy winter storms, eventually making it to the seemingly empty and abandoned city of Mirbite. They quickly look around to only see the only lit building in the area, the Temple to Valcor. A greeter by the name of Gerald led them to their sleeping quarters, informing them that the leader has been expecting them and wishes to talk to them after a night's rest. The party, rightfully concerned about their new surroundings, decided to take watch within their quarters. Vera woke the party up, seeing off in the distance the silhouettes of every townsfolk, and in the distance, flying over a rough ocean scene, was a large figure within the flashes of lightning. The last thing that the party did, where we're going to pick up, is making some religion checks, and you guys allowed Roman to make a check as well. The last thing he said, after placing a hand on his cheek, looking at you all with sort of a wide eye, saying, "No, that's impossible." That's where we pick up.
Side note, all week I've been bothering Mike and I've been going, "Violet, you turn violet, Violet."
Violet, turn violet, Violet.
And I was like, just like Little Richards.
That's a tone shift.
But yes, Roman has said that line to you all, looks towards you and starts to back away from the window. What would you all like to do or say?
Well, he said that's impossible. That's the first thing out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What's impossible?
I think we both know.
So I have access to the domain library. I'm being sort of a domain chosen in training. A lot of it, books about history, religion, alchemy, and things like that. That figure, and he sort of points out the window. That looks too much like the god.
Like the god.
Valcor. What the temple we're in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's like illustrations. Some of them are different, but they all look like that. Like differences, but they all have similarities.
Maybe we just talk to the priest or whoever in the morning, because I'm not going out there with that thing.
I'm with you because I don't think I could walk out the door. I'm too tired. But I don't know if I want to stay.
Well, we can still take watch. We'll just take turns sleeping. We'll just keep an eye on it.
All right. So do you send everyone else to bed?
Yeah.
Oh, Rolly.
Unless he wants to go there.
So
I don't want none of that.
Savannah's kind of grumbling in her voice. It's like, so we didn't want to go to the city with the cult, and we ended up in the city with the cult. This is just great.
So what ends up happening, guys, is that it was Vera and Roman's watch, the first watch. So we'll say that Rolly, Savannah, you quickly go back to bed. You were woken up for only a few minutes. I'm not going to count it against your rest. Vera and Roman finish the rest. Rolly, Savannah, you are woken up to take your watch. So I would like both of you to make me perception checks, except for you, Rolly, with disadvantage. Actually, you all do a disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Ow.
Just hit me right now.
Can I use my 5th level before I go to sleep and
You
then
do.
sleep? Okay. So I don't
Savannah's so annoyed. I don't know what she's perceiving. That's a 12.
Yep.
Okay, Rolly.
Rolly's tired.
Makes sense. It's been a very exhausting travel. And Vera,
And some of us died.
and you did die. Yeah, that's
Actually, that's what Savannah's doing. She's pestering Rolly. I'm like, did you really die?
And I tell her the story of what the other side is like.
yeah.
I marked off the
It is
100.
almost like blinking your eye and just seeing darkness, an inky void where you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, you don't sense anything. You're just like in a sensory deprivation tank. And then you didn't really have a lot of time to be dead because you died, and then like a second later Vera brought you back. So it was like that flash of blackness where you don't have a full grasp of what was on the other side, but
it felt like an eternity of nothingness, eternal void, and blah 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 blah. Yes.
So Vera, before we go into what they rolled, because I understand that 12 was the highest, Vera, you are spending a 5th level spell slot to do Greater Restoration.
Yeah.
Did you have that prepared?
Yeah, I always have it prepared for that.
Okay.
So.
Do you have enough diamond dust?
I had 200, it takes 100.
Okay, use 100 diamond dust. So that is, you can, we'll say that by the morning comes. Well, we'll see.
By the morning comes, I'm fine.
Savannah, as you look out the window, you're just sort of keeping an eye out on the constant flashes of electricity and lightning. It's now becoming to a point where you can almost taste the electricity in the air, as it just sort of feels the space, just emanating from outside. You can definitely hear the strong winds blowing across trees. Wind and snow is being picked up, causing like these small dusts and sections of like heavy white snow where it's hard to see past. You still see the silhouettes, and at this particular point, about midway during your own watch, you start to see the silhouettes start to disperse and go back into the temple, sort of heading close to you. I'll say as in reaction, as your own character would do this too, is kind of like lean off to the side, sort of keeping one eye, but not truly putting your full face into view of the window, and just watching them as they currently pass by, going into the temple itself. The figure itself starts to disperse, and then just form back into the clouds, where it's difficult to see what happened after that, because of your roll, of course. But your watch is over. Unless there's something you'd like to plan to do after receiving that information.
I kind of just mentioned that off to Rolly.
Rolly will ask Savannah if she can taste that in the air. It's like pop rocks. Just
Look,
electric-y.
it's like ozone. Yeah.
You touch your fur, and it's like somewhat sticking
Standing up.
So you're like, I hate this. But the night is over. Veer, you used a Greater Restoration, so you were at 2 points of exhaustion. You went down to 1. You took a long rest, you're down to 0.
Okay.
Rolly, Savannah, and Roman, they are down to 1 as you completed a long rest. You may mark a long rest in your sheet if you require it. But yeah, the morning is yours. You're awoken by still the strong wind. It almost feels like the wind has never stopped. It is constantly thrusting and whistling across the windowsill that you have here. I think you are probably more awoken by now the new sound that is different in your environment, and that is the sound of people talking outside your door, people walking back and forth. It seems like there is some activity happening outside the door until you finally hear a knock.
I'll open it. Slowly.
You open it up, and it is Gerald. Hello.
Morning.
Would you like breakfast?
Sure. Thank you. We follow you?
Yes, please follow me.
Okay.
Me.
Wake everybody up.
Oh,
Lightly
everyone-
nudge.
everyone's awake at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, we were taking watch. You wake you up.
exactly. We'll say that you guys are all woken up at this point. You know, whoever is doing the waking. You are led by Gerald through numerous corridors lined with red carpets, walls that are just dark wood with an occasional stone pillar with a brazier at the end, sort of illuminating this space. You do see that there are numerous people walking past you, left and right. All of them are wearing like these religious robes that have been converted from sailors' uniforms, and I've described this last time. A lot of it is like dense, padded, weather-worn material that have been like seamed and made into more of a sash and a robe-like scenario. Something to keep you warm, but something easy enough to move around. Yes.
Can I roll to see if I perceive anything unusual? Like I'm on alert, but I'm just like, eh.
Yes, you may. Roll me a perception check.
With disadvantage still, right?
With disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, that made that easy. That one.
At 1.
Eh.
You're trying to perceive, like, you catch one eye of one individual, and you're like, okay, one of these guys are gonna probably act weird, and you're expecting it, and you get bumped from like someone just passing by, and it really just knocks you off your game, and you're just like, I'm tired. You keep on
Like,
walking.
I'm like, I don't want to be here. Keep walking.
Can I attempt to make a contact with one of those dudes in the ropes?
Yeah, you could definitely try, and it's not that actual difficult. Really, just roll your perception check with disadvantage.
Nope.
No? What'd you roll?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Did you roll in that one?
Nope. 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 Nope.
What's going on in our house today?
It's just an early morning.
I don't even have to roll twice. I just rolled once, and that's enough.
Got it. Broly, you go up to a group of individuals who are talking to themselves, and as you start to get closer, right about 10 feet at this point, from the hallway, they catch eyes with you, and they enter in the nearest door and close the door.
Interesting. I'm making a note of that.
Unfortunately, you weren't able to see maybe any facial, like, recognition or what emotion they may be displaying to you, like why they avoided you. Doesn't recognize.
They avoided me. That's enough.
Yeah. But
I'll go back to the party and let them know, like, hey, I tried to talk to some people and they literally just juked me.
Well, I
You're a
mean,
stranger, Rolly. Why
Yeah.
would they talk to you?
Yeah, but I'm not threatening in any way. I'm not coming at them with a weapon. I was approaching them just to say hello, and then
I mean,
juke.
if a almost 7-foot man walked up to me and I was their height, I don't
Vera,
know if I'd
roll me a perception
be
check.
welcoming.
You do not have disadvantage.
It was gonna be 15, rolled to a 5, so that's an 11.
11. You needed a 10.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank God for
you
modifiers.
notice that there actually are some fairly large individuals in this space. A lot of people here are like built for the weather, you know, big individuals who probably are like sailors and carpenters and blacksmiths, people who build these giant man-o'-wars that you saw yesterday, that are actually sitting off into the West Harbor. I think you get a set. Well, roll me an insight as well, because you saw some. You could probably guess from the expressions from individuals.
What the hell's inside? Oh, that's it. Oh, there. 16.
16. It's less of intimidation. And it's not like they're looking up at someone. They're more like looking at some of them are about the same eye level as Broly, and it's more of a
I don't know you.
kind of like a concerned look, like for their own well-being. They're like I'd rather not, and they sort of book it at that point. You notice that a lot of individuals who catch eye with you or any of your party, you know, Savannah, Rolly, or Roman, kind of like give you a look and then immediately like, never mind, I can't look at you, and then just sort of walk away. You are, though, however, led to a commune kind of eating space, long benches within this sort of wooden room. A fake cat's roaming around, apparently.
You brought me a mouse. Good job, buddy.
You sort of sit down. You are given sort of a wide berth of individuals who don't want to sit directly next to you. And you just hear the sound of plates, spoons, and bowls clankering as people are starting to eat for their morning breakfast. You are served essentially like oatmeal. It's very plain breakfast, nothing too extravagant. But there are whispers and hush, tones all around you as you're kind of in this. It's still a very brisk morning, but you're inside where a lot of the lanterns are on and a lot of torches are on, sort of keeping the place warm.
Was Gerald sitting with us?
Gerald has served you. He's the one sort of giving you food, and he sort of sits about a body and a half away from you guys. Sort of the only one who's that close to you guys currently eating.
I'm kind of just playing with my food.
Gerald,
Yes.
excuse me if this is rude, but is there a reason why you all look at us like had the plague or something?
We don't know you.
I don't know you, and I don't look at you like that.
You could. Outsiders bring danger.
But you welcomed us in. We were expected. That's awfully odd.
The leader saw you coming. We're not monsters, but we don't know you.
You
Fair.
said outsiders bring danger, but you know, from what we've been told, the danger's here.
No, we're safe. We're safe.
But half your town is missing?
We're all here. We're all safe.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Please make an insight. Disadvantage. Don't forget.
Can I make one to you?
Yes, you may.
Having this conversation doesn't make sense. 10.
10.
Not really, though.
Flat 6.
Flat 6.
Bad dice. You're over there.
We need naps. We need naps now.
It's strange to see such a large individual, because again, Gerald is a built like a sailor, balding head, in this sort of robe sash, sailor uniform. He definitely looks like the crew of like Tanya's Revenge. The crew that you sort of were with, were like these gruff-looking individuals. He's got like a beard going on. Like if you saw this guy at any other tavern, you probably won't want to talk to him because he looks like he'd be the one to start the fight. Maybe you do. Maybe you want to have some fun. But it's strange to see such a gruff-looking individual, older-looking individual, just sort of slink in, and it's hard to get a read on him whether or not he, what he's telling you is the truth or what he believes in. It's just difficult to tell. And you can continue asking if you wish.
I don't know what else to ask.
You're saying outsiders bring in trouble. Does that mean everyone in the town is here in the temple?
Yes, we dedicate our life to the leader. He protects us.
And how many outsiders have you had?
We had a few.
Can I roll for insight after hearing that?
Yeah.
Okay, you may.
The fuck?
We'll let because you
No,
guys
no,
already did
I know,
your
I know.
insight, so we'll let
hell?
Savannah do it.
11.
11. I will give you this. The moment you said how many people have come here, an instant spark of recognition of like, he knows the answer, but he doesn't feel comfortable. At this point, another sort of robed individual comes in, sort of a dwarven man, taps Gerald on the shoulder, and he sort of leans in to hear a whisper. He nods. The leader would like to speak to you now.
Do you mind if you give us a few minutes? We'll be right there.
And he kind of points to like where one of the exits are. There are multiple exits here that lead to different corridors, and he's like, I'll wait over there. Finish your food, and when you're done. But don't keep him waiting too long.
No, just a second. We had a rough night.
Yes, of course. He sort of gets up and starts to walk away.
When he's out of sight, I just look at the team. You noticed that, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm thinking something magical. I'm thinking...
I think we're getting set up.
Well, yes, this is of course. But what is the setup or what's the details, I guess?
I think we'll find out when we go talk to this leader person.
All I
So-
gotta
so
say is
Vera-
they can't all be in here. Everything's abandoned, but yet everybody fits in the temple? I don't think so.
Outsiders bring in trouble, but we've had people suddenly go missing. Every person come here went missing.
Yeah, and where's Igno?
I wouldn't even say his name. If I were you,
I
I was
would
gonna
keep that
say
to
that.
yourself.
So, Vera,
For your
you know,
safety, I would keep that to yourself.
you know a little bit about magic, right? You know, you can talk to people and like do stuff. I mean, is there a way you can make someone do what you want?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that?
I mean, I have a spell that can give you a command.
I mean, yeah,
And-
you need to do it because I have it, but too tired.
But I'm
But it's
more saying
only like a one-word thing. It wouldn't be anything to this extent. Like if you succumb to the spell and I told you sit, you would sit, and that would be it.
Oh, that's
But-
the command spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
but that's like, okay, that's if you know, that's thinking on our level. Not that
No,
I'm
I
saying we're
know.
weak or anything, but just imagine for a second if there was someone that had even more power, even greater power.
Oh,
You're
you
saying
mean
not
like
us, but someone else.
Yeah. No, I'm just giving you that as an example. But
Okay.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna roll a Arcana check.
I wouldn't put it past anybody.
Roman kind of scratches his head for a second.
I mean, we're dealing with a possible god, so
I mean,
Gods are on a whole nother level. I mean, to Rolly's point, they would be endless.
My thing is, okay, maybe I'm just basing it off my own, but I mean, God's got better things to do? What's the point of all this?
At this point, you're
I think we
see.
should go.
Go.
grab a sip of my coffee.
quickly. It's strong. Like it's
Good.
yeah, it's strong. It's needed.
Good.
You guys are led through more corridors. This time, the carpet, which looks like it's been stepped on a million times, boot prints, and just sort of like rough, being messed from like just wear and tear, starts to slowly diminish to a point where it's almost pristine. You are led towards more of a marble staircase that leads upwards just slightly, about 7 steps until you are led to this opening. Maybe I can give a clearer notes here. A curved rectangular room, like it's rectangular, but the edges are not like squared off. It is just sort of circled, of bright white stone. There are pillars of light that give a soft illumination around the space. There are 2 or 4 large pillars in the middle that sort of bring up to this elevated platform where there are golden sigils that trace the outside of this raised platform. There are like open windows off to the side that sort of give this breeze, sort of a constant flow, and it's very brisk and cold in here. But there, sitting at the altar, is a gigantic elderly man. When I mean gigantic, I mean like kind of like giant size, who sits down, draped in a blue sash over purple clothes, sort of royal purple, a white beard and hair that goes into sort of a flowing. It's just constantly moving because of the air. And while he is sitting, he's actually not sitting on this sort of throne room or this throne underneath him. He is floating. And he just has like his hands crossed, his beard sort of against his mouth as you start to walk closer. Gerald sort of gives a nod and sort of ushers you to do the same, like give him respect.
Yeah, nod. I'm trying to figure out if they resemble anything close to those giants we just fought, even though obviously they'd be a different type.
But Gerald backs up. The doors are closed, and you are left alone with this individual who he starts to float a bit higher into the space and then land on this sort of circular carpet. Still, everything about him, almost like the wind is at his command. It's just sort of everything is flowing. Good morning.
Morning.
Howdy.
I am Valcor. Well, I have a whole thing here. Apologies, guys. What brings you to my village?
We were told you were expecting us.
I did see you coming, but I
Oh.
don't know the reason for your visit.
When and how did you see us coming?
I command the very air around this space. The moment you entered in my vision, I saw your destination. Kind of looks to you left and right. What was the purpose of your visit?
The Swira came to come look for some people that went missing from our town.
There are no missing people here.
But there's missing people from where we are. They were on their way up here for their own reasons and they never came back.
Who are you missing?
Individuals from the domain.
Ah. I have not seen these individuals.
Insight check.
Roll me an insight check.
I kind of want to be snarky, but I'm in my head. I'm all like, no, that's gonna get you killed, woman.
Out of character, Steve, do you have the vial Moscow gave you?
The vial he gave me, I believe
Or
I
do
do
I?
have it actually.
Okay. I can't remember
Well,
which
one of us has it for sure.
We could definitely, I mean, it's a Rolly gift. He gave it to
Yeah.
Rolly. We say you have it.
Okay, so here, I'll write it down. Well, okay, wisdom, insight check. Sorry, that is flat 4 because I am tired.
The rumbling of his voice kind of like reverberates in your body every time you take a breath. It's almost like you're fighting for it. And this occurs for everyone, so it's almost difficult to read on him as he's sort of almost controlling this entire exchange. I think I'm gonna. Who answered? I think Vera, you answered that you, or was it Savannah that said the reason for your visit is to look for the missing individuals?
Yes, Savannah.
Savannah.
I said
Savannah,
they're
roll
from
me a
the
deception
domain.
check, because your true reason for here was to find out the whole reason why there hasn't been any trade. Or
God
talk.
damn it, I'm so angry about this disadvantage bullshit. That wasn't that. Oh! Just as good. That's gonna be a. Charisma, what are you? Oh, a natural 20. Yay!
The deception doesn't work. He sees right through your lies.
I know
I think
our
you've gotta
true
roll
reason, but I'm like, I'm not
against you.
telling him our reason, but I'm gonna tell him half the reason.
I mean, that's technically not wrong.
I mean, it's technically not a lie. Especially with Roman with us.
He takes a breath, looks up at the ceiling, and at that moment, Savannah, your breath leaves you. And it's almost like, and you can't take another breath as you're kind of like choking for a second, and he releases his own breath and you start to breathe.
Do Vera and I see that?
You just see Savannah starting to choke for a second.
You alright there, buddy?
You okay?
Need a breather?
I'm okay. I just kind of look up at him.
It is not wise to lie to a god.
That wasn't a lie. And you're a god? Cough, cough, cough.
What was your reason for here?
There's trade that has gone pretty much non-existent. There's people that have gone missing, and based off of your town, they're not all in here. Everything is empty.
The children of Valcor, the individuals and citizens of Mirabite, are my children, and I have collected them here for protection.
From what?
So,
Protection
is-
from what?
from a fire of evil that is supposed to come by. For the upcoming blaze of necromancy.
Necromancy, you say?
Yes. Evil forces that aim to set ablaze the very tethers that God and man share. My children, though, may be frightened, must know of what the land's fire rages on, and will know that I will be the calm wind that keeps them alive. If you're looking for a reason for the lack of communication, there it is. They are under my protection.
Now, pardon me, not to be rude, your Great One, Holiness, yeah, you said you were a god. A god of what, if I may ask?
I am the protector of sailors and the god of the wind.
Can I make a history check? Or a religion check, I
Make a
guess?
religion check.
But this is my head right now. What is Roman doing while we're having this conversation?
I'll just be
Um,
like, stay back
Roman
there, man.
is kind of, I will say that he's definitely like in the second row, so if it is like Vera and Rolly in front, and then of course Savannah, and then Roman would be behind. He's kind of with you, Savannah, and like looking to your left and be like kind of tapping you on the shoulder, like, "You're alright."
Yeah, I'm fine, but is he for real? Is he crazy?
I rolled a 3 on that, by the way.
I will say you believe what you were told last night, or maybe I think a few nights ago when you first met Roman, where he informed you what temple was here and what they worship. And they do worship Valcor, the god of favorable winds and safe travels.
And I believe that this god is this person.
I mean, you rolled a religion check to sort of check your insight on like religious facts. If you want to know if this guy is truly the person, you'd have to roll an insight. And I think you already did. And remind me if I'm wrong. If you haven't, go ahead and roll me an insight check now.
I don't believe I rolled an insight to see if he was that god.
Feel free to make that roll. We'll make it coincide with the other roll you made.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 5.
5. Again, it's that feeling of struggling for breath in here, where it's like you can't concentrate. You're just like you're hearing words. You're looking up at this like this massive individual, and it's almost like bringing up the tension where you're not entirely sure what this guy can do. But after looking at Savannah and the way she coughed and his comment towards her, it almost like this guy can take away your breath.
I mean, I hope he buys me dinner first.
But to your question, Savannah, like, is this guy for reals? He kind of looks at you, Savannah, like pats you in the back and goes, I don't know. He looks like the illustrations, though.
I have a question, and God knows it's gonna get Vera in trouble.
So that's to the god.
This fires of necromancy that you're concerned of, why are you scared of it? Not much frightens gods.
It threatens the very tethers between mortal and gods. It is something that even us within the outer planes feel concerned for. Unfortunately, the prophecy doesn't inform us of what day and when the rain of fire will happen, but that it'll come from this continent and from the land. I have set down to the material plane to protect my children from this barrage.
It's very gracious of you.
Well,
my children.
Mr. Valkorian?
Velcor.
Valkor. That. It seems you have a noble cause indeed. Protecting your children. I believe our party might be able to assist you with this if you'll have us.
Make me a persuasion check without disadvantage.
Oh! Upgraded.
There's a reason why.
That's a solid 12.
Not bad, not bad. Something clicks in your mind while you're sort of offering this, and you see Valcor looks at you and almost catches that. And he takes a moment, and as you take another breath, every single one of you guys are now able to breathe easier. It's a weird sensation. Did you see my children and how they looked at you?
Indeed.
The prophecy informs that an outsider will bring in the cataclysm. To prevent that, we are weary of outsiders. But being a god, we are not here to smite unless proven. We would appreciate your help. However, I do not feel comfortable sharing more until I am certain that you are an ally of good and not simply one of deception.
Reasonable.
If you wish to help, he kind of raises his hand, and almost like the wind starts to pick up like snow, like sleet, and it starts to almost dance in the air. The room itself starting to get a little more frigid and cold. As he raises his hand, the wind splats a lot of the snow onto one of the walls, and he starts to like shape like these, like almost like if he had fingers of wind that starts to paint a picture on the splatter of snow. And it almost looks like the map of the entire city. Within one of the caves, located to the west of the city, lies a beast. Go into this cave. Kill this beast. And it will prove to me that you are more than just words, but you are action.
Well, Your Holiness, I believe I can speak for the party when I say we'd be more than happy to take this cause for you. We may just request a night's rest. Travel here has been extremely taxing on us.
Runs a hand through his white beard and mustache. This is a fair request. Every night, we do our best to flood the space down below, but no luck. Perhaps our methods are ineffective. If you at your peak can succeed at this challenge, then so be it. And he claps his hands, and the door quickly opens. You may go.
I turn around and walk away.
Same.
Roman follows.
Nod and just
Follows.
Roman actually taps your back, Rolly, and goes, "That was really good."
Fear is marching straight outside.
Okay. Well, where do you guys would like to go to? There's, obviously the abandoned city below. You can still sort of walk around the temple itself. Or if you like, you can definitely say we can skip to the end and go to a long rest. It's up to you.
Where's Gerald?
Gerald?
Yes.
I'm not gonna make you roll. It'll take some time, but you can definitely see him. He's back at the mess hall, just sort of finishing his breakfast and sort of talking amongst some of the other villagers here.
I'm like, Gerald.
Yes. Oh, good. You everything okay?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do Valcor a favor. What you know about this beast?
Oh, he's asked you to.
Oh?
It lives within one of the sea caves to the west. We haven't seen it, but we've heard screams and yells.
Like screams of yells of people or screams of yells of an animal?
It's hard to say. It's got intelligence, I suppose. It whenever the waves come in, it screams and yells in this almost primordial tone. It's horrifying.
You said sea cave. Does that mean it fills with water?
Volkor every night tries to drown the beast. Perhaps the caves are more complex than we thought.
There's not a chance there would be like a partial of like pathways in there. Would there anywhere here?
It is possible. We have not gone in. Roll me another insight, Savannah.
That's going to be a 12.
12? He's holding something from that.
I'm actually going to be forward and like, look, Gerald, I get it. You guys don't trust outsiders. We're just trying to make sense of what's going on.
I gotta make a roll. Hold on. Okay. I don't know why. It wasn't my watch. Every person becomes a greeter for anyone who would come here. But I did see a party go into the sea cave. All I saw was they entered in the town, were gone 1 minute for maybe an hour, and then rushed to the sea cave. I don't know why. I didn't greet them.
By chance, do you know anything interesting about the party? An unusual being?
Let me see if I have the notes here. I had one individual was very decorated.
Decorated like royalty or decorated like military?
Military, like badges and like pins and signs of authority.
By chance, did they look like her? Point to Vera.
I'm outside.
Oh, never mind.
She's pissed.
You say like my friend, or you say my reference. Yeah. No.
No?
Robes.
Oh.
Very arcane individual. At this point, Roman kind of like puts your hand on your shoulder and goes, "What color robes?" Dark blue. And Savannah, you feel Roman's
Just
grip
grabs.
just like starts to dig, and he kind of catches himself, like he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hurt you," and he lets go, and he sort of turns around. He's gonna try to find you, Vera.
I'm casting a spell. That's what I'm doing. She's not having this.
Okay. Thank you, Gerald. I think you just given us a lot of information. I know because she's going to ask, is there a library?
No, not here.
No? Or anywhere, just anywhere in the town?
There may be a general shop with a bookstore, but it's closed. We hope. Maybe.
Maybe. Thank you. And I go run back to the party.
Okay. Vera, you sort of steered away from the party. We'll say you've had a few moments alone. What are you trying to do?
She's like slamming all her stuff down, and she's gonna cast Commune.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Angrily so.
An angry commune.
Yeah, like she's just like the fuck, shit, lying bastard.
I could just see that. I've been running up to it. It's like, hey guys.
So she's making her circle. She's just
Are
like,
you okay, friend?
Give me a second.
I might have gotten us some information.
All right. So
Rolly, what did you do?
I think she needs a minute.
Okay.
I agree. I think she does. So you very start to angrily start to put the trinkets and symbols of your holy symbols around you.
Yeah.
And so you make a complete circle around. There are some eyes watching you right now, as you're kind of currently in the kind of like outside.
Well, she was
of the
trying to do this underneath the tree, but I'm assuming since she's slamming
There is no
shit
tree.
down,
How you're in the tundra?
she's just loud.
A stone.
We're in a goddamn mountain, woman.
You're in a stone city.
Okay.
But you can definitely find like an alcove in
Yeah.
a different space, but there are people who currently randomly walk past. You close your eyes, spend the spell, and unlike last time where it was like a nice warm feeling of just it's starting to grow as you were sort of by yourself, sort of making sure that you have this moment to your just for you and your god. It's almost like you sending a text message to your god and going, pick the fuck up now. And there's a bit of urgency
Yeah.
as the warmth itself becomes cold, then blazing hot. And it almost feels like you have to, like, maybe next time, a little more, with patience, but you definitely feel the connection with your god as you currently are communing with him.
You're like, all right, still. Is he what he says he is?
There is a strong 5 seconds of no feeling. The temperature doesn't change, and after the 5 seconds, just hot, warming, searing on your right side, and just sort of like a moonlight hitting the other. It is uncertain.
Is he sending us on a death mission?
Oh, we'll give that away.
She knows. That's her instinct.
You get like almost like a small warmth in your body, and you do get an answer from Palor. This being speaks truth that there is a beast within that cave. There is mortal peril.
There's two questions, but one she can figure out later. Are these people under his trance?
You get the sun itself disappears, and you are left in cold, just nothing. And you get the affirmation of a no. They are not enchanted or anything of the sort.
Another fucking... Sorry. She picks up her stuff.
Make me a con save.
Oh no.
That's okay. She deserves that one. She'll take it. 9 plus something. One great. That's 10.
10.
Yes, sir.
Roll me a d4 minus 1. Sorry, minus 2.
Did you get a negative? I got a 1.
That's fine. You have a feeling that because of your almost kicking down the door to talk to your god in such a way, in such a fashion, because you know your god.
Yeah.
Your god is about the community and talking to one another and having an equal amount of understanding, that your approach definitely is almost against your own teachings. And as you are released from the commune spell, you have a feeling that there was a chance that maybe commune wasn't going to work next time.
Oh, but I'm okay?
But you're okay.
Okay. She's just mad because she doesn't understand why somebody would do like that, because she knows gods don't do that. At least not hers. Well, I think I'm in trouble a little bit, but that's okay. Yep, death trap. Definitely death trap.
I know it's a death trap, and then I have to explain to her what Gerald just told me.
I know. I just wanted to make sure. Pretty sure it's like Rolly's thing. They view it as an obstacle for themselves.
The little bit of information that Valcourt intentionally drowns it, I don't know.
My god doesn't know if that he is what he says he is. And that
It does. Oh, go ahead.
inkling of I don't know kind of just fuels that I don't think he actually is.
There is a point of interest how everyone else is losing their connection to their god, and this one somehow got an entire town to connected to him.
They're
Wait,
not
you're losing connection
the-
with your god?
Not me. People that worship Melora. But we know part of the reason why that one is.
That's just thoughts. But thinking out loud.
But they're not underneath the trance, that's why I asked. They legitimately follow him.
They're probably scared. Think about it. This god is telling you to be wary of a necromancy, and he's offering you his protection.
Who does that
Wouldn't
sound
you?
like? Which
I-
also bothers me.
Yeah, there's that.
Listen, there's good and bad gods, and I don't know everything about them. But I know they have a crazy amount of power. So if they really wanted something gone, why isn't it gone?
All I know is that my friend is down there. Or something happened. I don't know.
We're going tomorrow because sleep, but we're going.
I wonder if that other group didn't already go down there. I mean, we technically beat them, but I mean, for a party, I thought individuals were only going. I mean, I can't talk to your friend. I could talk to one of the other ones to see if they're okay.
To see where they are, because they might still be in the storm.
Yeah, I kind of almost feel like telling them not to come.
Let's go back to our room before you do that. Let's not bring any more attention to ourselves.
Alright. You guys head back into your sleeping quarters. Once again, the smallish, sort of, almost like a two bed with a couch sort of apartment space. standard beds, sleeping quarters, a window. You close the door behind you. There is sort of like that very old-fashioned lock where you can sort of like put a bar and then sort of clip it.
I don't remember their. Amber doesn't remember their names. But
I don't think they introduced themselves, or if they did, I think only one of them did.
I feel like one of them did.
yeah.
Code.
Range.
Oh, they did send a scouting team. Okay. Not bad. I think the dwarf introduced himself to Rolly. I don't remember his name. I don't think I wrote it down.
I don't have names listed written in my notes.
Let's see.
Dwarf.
I know there's a Minotaur. There's.
That's
dwarf.
right. I have dwarf Minotaur and Minotaur written down.
I think it may be.
I also have a
I think
no, that's
there's a
something else.
half
Never
elf.
mind.
Half elf Minotaur and then a dwarf.
Yeah, it was two half elves, a minotaur, and a dwarf. They were the blades. I think you were introduced to. I think his name was Malachi.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hold on.
That sounds familiar, but
I will try to send a message to the dwarf. One sec. I'm writing that down. The blades. Let me mark out the spell slot. Okay. To get your fingers in. I'm gonna ask him, Malachi, this is Vera. Where are you? Where's the team? Are you safe?
A moment passes as Malachi does respond. Oh, you are the Eladrin one from the Axes? We are safe. Thank you for your concern. We're about 2 days away from travel. You certainly beat us with those. Sort of cuts us off.
They're about 2 days out. Should I tell them to come or tell them to halt and hope they believe me?
tell them there's a storm and they may want to go back and wait it out. I don't know. Because I mean, we could tell. I don't know if we tell them to go home if they're.
I feel like
If they're after money, they're gonna keep coming.
Yeah, that's why I feel like being honest is the only way. We're technically their competition, and he's like the only friendly one. So, I mean, they may think we're trying to deceive them, but I'm.
Be honest and tell them what? That a god is sending us on some random quest?
Wouldn't say God. I would just say that it's a being.
I have an idea.
What?
They have to go back to Orc, right? With information, right? Just give them the information to send them on the way. Let them take the money.
Try. Hopefully it fits in 25 or.
Good luck.
Can't believe I'm telling her to get rid of.
I can't believe you're
money.
telling me either, but I mean, if we.
This is a new one. This is.
I know, I said it and I'm just like, wait.
Vera's like, I need money, but at the same time, she wants to do the right thing, so she doesn't want to, like, kill people.
You know what to do it in character. Savannah said it and then quickly regretted it.
Did you do that thing where, like, you start to say it and you're like, you could give away the money? You just can't really get it out, but it came out.
I'm proud of you, Sav.
Gold. Shiny things.
Listen, if we figure out this problem, maybe there'll be more gold. Because that's only
There
a
better-
little bit information.
There better be treasure in this goddamn cave. Do what you gotta do.
Alright, I respond.
Okay.
There is a being of great power controlling this village out of protection. You need to go back. There's a potential risk he may harm you.
Okay, you have 5 words.
Keep the money.
Keep the money. How many words I got left?
2 more.
Stay safe. I'm trying to convince him. I'm like, I'm not lying, but I'm Hopefully that stay safe was ominous enough to be like, I'm not...
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Can I give myself guidance? Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay.
You're already casting a spell.
Okay. Not great, but you know. Persuasion. 12. Oh no, not 12. 13.
There is a
with advantage?
I got a 10 and a 12, and I have a +1.
Oof. Okay.
there's a cool 15 seconds until finally you do get a response. Okay. Okay. I don't... You clearly have more of a grasp on the situation. We'll go back. But please, tell us more. We may need more information when you have the chance. You know, for a full report, but stay safe yourself, please.
She's a nice word. She says that out loud.
And I just snarkily said, they're not all nice.
Yeah, well, we know that. Hey, we're not all elves or bitches, but we obviously have that other problem. Anyway, they're gonna go. They're gonna go back. They want more information when we have the time, and he said to stay safe. I just don't need to send any more people to their doom. We already got enough that we gotta get out of there.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do for today?
I'm gonna ask Roman something. What's Valkor's alignment? Like, is he a generally good god? Because, I mean, if this is a rouge, so to speak, and he's sending us down there for a death mission, he just wants to get rid of us. Because he doesn't want other people looking. Like, I don't understand what the point is. Like, he's a god. If he wanted us dead, he could just, you know, smite thee or whatever. Is he like a vengeful type of...
You're asking Roman this?
Yeah, entity, or what's his deal?
Volkor's... He generally leans towards good. You know, he's there for sailors and dock towns and those who have to deal with harsh environments to become sort of an easy win for them. But it takes a lot of power to temper strong winds. A lot of bad can come from that. I don't know. I know them, or at least I know from my readings that he's generally a good god.
It just bothers me that, like, he's still sending us on that mission, even though Rolly's intentions, as they were, seemed pure of heart, but he's still sending us to death's door, regardless.
I think Rolly's offer was very pure.
No, I know, but I'm just saying he's still sending us to the place where your friend went, because of what we are, regardless of intention or not. So I just don't find that to be true of somebody that is supposedly good.
Well, I mean, that's a matter of perspective, isn't it?
Religion and morals is very...
It's weird.
I think you would, and kind of points to you, Vera, I think you would know more than anyone. I mean,
Listen,
what is good, what is bad?
I mean, I'm lucky because I have a temper, but I mean, I technically disowned my god a while back, and I'm slowly getting into his good graces, I guess. Probably not by today by any means, but he's not vengeful unless you really pass a guideline of some sort, or just make him super angry. He's not like that.
I mean, I can't say anything. I don't really fall into that category of reaching out for those beyond the veil.
I just think his methods are a bit twisted, but I don't know. We'll see when we get down there, I guess. Are we taking watch again?
I'll give it to you for this night. You don't have to take watch.
We're all
I'll
paranoid.
give you the DM
We
safety.
put the big old latch down. It's like, no, we're all going
Rolly,
to
you sit against the door.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it.
I guess.
But you guys can definitely speed up for the day. Have yourself a long rest. Another one so you can get your spell slots back. If there's anything else you guys would like to do the day prior, let me know. We can retroactively do something really quick.
I had an idea, but until I get rid of this exhaustion, it's probably not a smart idea.
Sure.
No, I'm gonna throw it at the team and let them see what they think. So there's no library, but there's a general store with books. It's closed. I can go take some.
I mean, I'm not against it. I think
You're not against me stealing?
He's literally giving us nothing to go. That person or entity, whatever it is,
You caught her.
bothers me.
Caught her, Temple.
And I've been letting you steal silverware for no damn reason, so shush.
No, you haven't. I have yet to hear the end of the silverware. That is not letting me get away with the silverware.
Letting you take it and then giving you shit for it later are two different things, just to be honest.
Anyway, and the tire's kicking in. Should I go steal books?
I just don't know how I feel sending you over there by yourself, given the whole creep vibe up in here, and he can take
I
her.
could go with her.
Yeah. You're both squishy, no offense.
We'll bring
I
Violet.
mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah, bring Violet. But
I don't mean.
don't summon
but-
Violet unless it's trouble, because I love her. She's adorable, but she's
No,
a big...
don't get me wrong, I love Violet too, but I'm gonna get caught with the big violet bear. What am I gonna do
No,
with this?
I mean, if you run into trouble in the building, then he can summon Violet. Just leave her wherever you leave her until then.
Fine. What time of day is it?
It's like midday. I'll say, no, actually it'd be like mid-morning kind of thing, where it's like maybe 11 a.m.
Take this, and she's gonna give the Moscow's healing potion to Savannah. So it
What
only
is
lasts...
Is it just
only
a healing
lasts-
potion?
It only lasts for today, and it's a D4 plus your intelligence modifier.
Your intelligence. one.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Okay, mine
Yes,
is...
please yours.
Oh,
I don't know if mine's that high.
Wait,
Mine's is 1.
No, mine is also 1.
who tuned to the headband of intelligence? Did anyone buy
Supposed
that?
to be Savannah, but she
I
hasn't
thought
attuned to
Rolly
it.
did. I thought we gave that to
Intelligence?
Rolly. Yeah, I thought we gave that to Rolly,
he
no?
kept the boots. It's you, dude.
It's on headband. I'll do it today.
How many items are you tuned to right now?
Trying to remember outside of the 2 necklaces. They're mine. I want my jellyfish. I really keep the jellyfish and my carpet.
Oh, the carpet's not. You don't
I
have
don't
to
think
attune
you
to
have
that.
to attune to the carpet.
Oh, the jellyfish. I'm trying to think right now. I think that's it then.
Oh, then you're good. Then you can attune to the headband. Your intelligence right now is a 19. So you have a
Take
plus
it.
4. That also.
D4 plus 4.
Yeah, and that also. No, unfortunately, the
Is it
elixir.
mine?
The elixir is tied to
Oh.
Vera's intelligence.
Plus
Oh,
one,
so it's
sorry.
still plus 1.
So you still get a 2d4 plus 1, but your intelligence, however, Savannah, is now a 19, so it's a plus 4 modifier. That also affects your spells, because I think the spells that you cast are affected by your intelligence score. So I think you have a plus 1 right now. Instead, you would have a plus 4 to whatever you were doing.
So things to. Ooh, that's gonna come in handy later. Anyways.
Yeah. Maybe during the break or.
Yeah,
when-
during
when-
the break I'll figure that out.
Or when there's a quiet moment where you're not really fooling, engaging, don't forget to add that, because I think that also affects your save DC.
Yeah, it
Yes,
should.
that's why.
Yeah, so we can definitely say that Savannah and Roman start to make their way down the temple staircase down to the actual, the city of Mirbite itself. Abandoned stone buildings made of these dark stone covered with a cover of sleet white snow. It is quiet. There are no lights, but you still have the morning sun above you that is giving sort of an illumination. It's almost like too bright because of the reflecting of the white snow. There are just abandoned buildings galore. Some of the signs that are made out of wood have now long rotted and are now hanging on like one chain and just sort of swinging with the wind. It is frigid air that is pushing past your furred face, causing a bit of sleet, small bits of snow starting to cover, and you have to sort of wipe it off for a quick second. But yeah, as you continue going forward, roll me a perception check. No disadvantage because Roman's gonna help you.
All right. That's gonna be a 17.
17. It doesn't take you that long, maybe about a good 10-minute walk, and it's not that big of a town. The only thing that would probably be obscuring things is the fact that it's so not really maintained. It hasn't been maintained for a while now, and you're finding like signs and instructions just on the floor. And you pick up one, sort of dust it off, and you do see it says General Shop, and you can head towards that building. The door is closed.
I'm gonna mage hand to see if it's locked.
The mage hand reaches outward, starts to go towards the knob itself, and grabs onto the knob, turns it, and it stops halfway. It is locked.
So I look at Roman. I'm like, "Can you keep a cover?"
Yeah. Go do what you gotta do. Sort of puts his back on yours, and sort of keeps an eye out.
All right. I'm actually still gonna use the mage hand to do it. I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
As a arcane trickster, you can do that as well. Almost like a secondary hand comes outwards and gets the tools and starts to mess with the lock itself. Roll me a lock check. What I believe is, are you an expert at lock picking?
Mm-hmm.
So it is double your proficiency plus your dexterity modifier. So a d20 plus all that.
So plus modifier. That is going to be a 22.
Oh, jeez. Expertly done. It doesn't take that much, whereas your two arcane hands... And it opens up.
All right. I'm gonna kind of just be like, Roman, let's go.
Yeah. Turns around, starts following you in. You are led into a shop itself that smells like rotting food, like they just left whatever was in here, has now sort of starting to rot. And it's like that freezer burn smell because everything is so cold in this space. You do see there are like cans of food that are off into like the corner. There is like a pile of books that have sort of fallen off some of the shelves that were like gave way and now are like spilling over onto the actual the shop's floor. There are just like some armor, some fur, just a random assortment of random stuff here.
Let's go for what we came for first. So let's go check out the books.
All right. He's gonna help you. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 14.
14. You start to go through the books. A lot of them are simple, like educational books. Like when it comes time for someone, to have a baby or something, and they start to go through adolescence and trying to learn like how to spell, how to do math, simple education about like landmarks and how to just like overall survival techniques. There is like how to survive in the winter, like keeping close, keeping well warmed, and other random tips and tricks how to do so. A lot of the books here almost surround themselves around survival. Fishing is a big one, as well as manufacturing when it comes to like ship making. Is there something particular that you're looking for?
I was hoping maybe know what? Just because it seems to helps us, children's books, legend books, anything about the stuff around us.
You find some old copies of a Richard Thomag, or yeah, that are here. Say Thomag?
Mm.
Sorry, that's old thought, but you get essentially.
He's gonna get a -1 to the roll now.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm gonna look at it and smile, but at the same time put it back. I'm like, I don't even know what to look for, Roman. Ideas?
Why are you looking for kids' books?
Without going, it's helped us before.
Okay, sure.
You'd be surprised what you learn from a kid's book.
I mean, there's a lot of tall tales that are based in, reality. I get that. That makes sense. Wow, I didn't expect. Very book learned. Okay, I'm gonna check behind the counters. I don't really know what more we should look for. Maybe something useful, I guess. Rope?
Money's nice.
Money's nice. Money's nice.
At this point, yeah, we'll look for supplies that might be useful.
All right, he's gonna roll. Disadvantage. He brings out two ropes, so 50-foot ropes from the back, and he does find you 50 pieces of gold in like random copper and silver, and maybe 2 or 3 pieces of gold itself. He's like, I mean, I guess they just really left. To be honest, if they're being provided by God, what is the use of money anyways?
This doesn't feel right. I know I used investigation already for the books. Is it possible to do one more investigation, just a general sweep of the shop?
Of course. Roll me another investigation check.
Ooh, better. That's gonna be a 21.
Whew, all right. Let's see here. You don't find supplies. However, one of the shelving units is kind of off-kiltered, and you and Roman start to push and move it around, and what you see is there's actually a staircase that goes upwards to the second story. You start to follow it, and you are led to what looks like an abandoned scene, like the shop owner, as well as maybe a loved one or maybe a friend, were eating here, and there are plates and cups that are left here, and it almost like they just dropped what they did and left. There are blankets. There are just like small, niceties within this space, but nothing too crazy that pops, in your vision.
That's not odd to you. Is that odd to you?
Actually, you rolled a 21, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Hold on. Apologies. I apologize.
No.
You find several drawings from what looks like to be a child's hand within one of these closed off rooms from like this upper story, and it is drawings of an old man with like lightning bolts coming down. The body itself starting to become like mist, like it just like looks like crude like clouds, and just turning into clouds.
Just because I roll it up and stick it in my bag.
Okay. I'll be very clear. That's probably what you find here in the shop.
Yeah, I'm kind of going with it. I'm like, I don't think we're gonna find anything else. Ready to go?
Yeah. Let's go.
Before we go out the front door, I kind of want to look to make sure it's clear.
Rolling perception check. He's going to help you, so you do not have disadvantage.
12.
12. You look around. Looks good.
Alright, let's move.
Okay. You make your way back to your sleeping quarters, sort of knocking on the door to let you guys in. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Sorry, I was checking something. Rolly, where do you have that vial that Moscow gave you?
Reaches deep into his bag, like, not there. Oh, that's from that. Oh, well, that's where that was. I was looking for that a while ago. All right, just leave that here for now. Here it is.
Maybe
And
you
I
should
pull it
wash
out.
that bag.
Maybe you should mind your business.
I stand close to you all day, trust me.
I've smelled you with the suit on a hot, sticky swamp summer day. You're the last person to tell me that.
No, we all frickin' smell each other. There's a
Some
lot
of us
of you.
worse than others.
What did I walk in on?
Point is, if he's not a god, I wonder if he's something else. Like what's needed to blow on that vial.
You know what? I don't. That's kind of where I was going with my previous train of thought, where I don't think this guy might be who he says he is, and then yeah, really, really sketch for him to send us down there. So I was actually gonna bring it up to you guys, thinking like, hey, maybe this guy might be the one we're looking for.
I just kind of unfold the children's drawing on the table. I don't know, guys.
I mean,
Well-
never have seen one before, but I know that they're.
You've seen
Wind?
a djinn, just not that type.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that
but
they.
I think they
Wind.
look different. I
Mm.
don't think they all look the same.
You're looking
I
for a
mean-
djinn?
Yeah, I think we kind of left that information out, but yeah.
Yeah, that's one of many things.
Do you happen to know what an air djinn looks like?
A djinn is an air genie.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I just thought.
No, it's fine. I've never seen one. Strong elemental creature. Very strong.
Would that be one?
Looks at it. I think because of what I've seen late last night and who I talked to, or seeing you guys talk to this morning, it's kind of hard to tell the difference.
Yeah.
That's what Rolly was thinking.
All I know is
before
that
he
he does
got
have
consulted.
power, but I just don't believe that he's a god.
I don't either. Gods, I mean, like, I think what Vera, what you said earlier kind of echoes here, where, like, if it's a spiteful or vengeful god, they had no need to listen to us pesky mortals. They would just nix us right then and there. The fact that he didn't do so, even though he could have, leads me to believe he's not really a god, just claiming to be one.
I mean,
And because
would a good god smite someone just like that?
oh heavens, no.
Well, that's the whole thing. Going back to the perspective thing. Maybe he's not a bad god. Maybe he's not a spiteful god. Maybe we're just in the way.
You guys reacted when he said something about breaking the tether between God and man. Are you guys involved in a lot more bigger? Okay.
We just leave it
Yeah.
at that.
Just
Leave it
yeah.
at that.
Would a god know about that?
Apparently, he knows about everything.
I don't think he
mean,
knows about that though.
mine kind of gave me visions of where to go in my dreams, but it's kind of like more subtleties than like abrupt in your face, unless like they really want you to know something. My thing is, okay, if he's the god of ship towns or whatever, why just this one? If technically the reckoning is coming, why just this town?
That's a good question.
It's like
And he-
there's other ship towns that would need saving, quote unquote. So we're just gonna save this one and, deuces to the rest of them?
And to that point too, he did specifically say this continent. Now, Rolly, not a learned man by any means, but last I checked, this thing was one whole continent. So why this town and not the rest of it?
Yeah, that's what
That's
bothers
a good
me.
question.
I mean, they're small from what the domain said. Like, not many people come through here other than what the trade that was happening. So, like, they were trying to get better known, but all of a sudden, it's kind of just, I don't know, it leaves some more questions. They're more secluded, so they're more susceptible? Mm-hmm.
Actually, speaking of that, whenever this decided to happen, ended up in one of the, like, a little loft, I guess the best way to go in. They literally just got up and left. There was meals on the table. It wasn't like oh, we're packing to leave. It was up and go.
And you said they weren't charmed, right?
I asked if they were in a trance or being controlled by him, and
Which makes me think they ran. Something made them run then.
either that, or if you think that's your god, wouldn't you just go?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but if you had food out on a table and you were like, your god is like, come.
Oh, I'm leaving it
just...
there. I'm telling you right now. If the Dawn Father was like, I need your ass here now, I'm going.
I mean, we're just not that close to the cat lore like that, so.
This is a lot.
Welcome to our group.
Point
We
is,
are a
I
lot.
just don't think he is what he says he is. Some stuff just doesn't add up.
No, I agree with you on that. It's just,
Like, powerful, yes. God, I just don't think so.
and we still don't know what we're going to face in this cave. That's kind of where I'm stuck on. We just know it's a beast. We've done beast in caves. But is it another dragon? More giants? Another another giant bear?
You don't have anything from Igno, Roman? Or, like, could you... You don't...
From where?
Igno.
Oh.
Or, like, describe his likeness or something of his. I mean, I can't do it till tomorrow.
Does
The only
Roman
thing we have
have-
is the robes.
I mean, I could do...
He does not have minor illusion. Hold on, does he have anything that can help?
I need to know what he looks like or have something of his.
No, he doesn't have any like illusionary spells or anything to provide. I do have...
I'm not assuming you carry his picture in your bag. So,
No, but I do have, and he sort of reaches into his pack and brings out almost like a letter that was written from Igno that was almost like exclusively asking for Roman to join him. Like when Igno was being set off on this mission, he was almost he went out to this domain chosen and was like, "Who do you want to accompany you on this trek?" And he was like, "Roman, this person, this person, this person." So he does have a written letter.
I'm gonna add a character real quick because this is gonna be DM's call because I don't think it suffices. Would that suffice for scry or only locate object or creature? Because I have to know their likeness, but like I don't know.
That is a good question. Let's look at the word the spell scrying. Do you have the prepared for today?
No, that's why I said I'd have to do it tomorrow.
Ah, gotcha.
But that's why she's asking now.
That could be like the very first thing we do before we even trek off.
Because she doesn't know anybody else in that other scouting team. Like, Igno's the only one that's been remotely described to any of this. So it's just like...
So you can still cast scrying with second-hand knowledge of an individual.
Okay.
You don't have to know them. However, they do get a bonus to the save. If you have a possession or garment or something that belonged to them, they also get a negative to the spell. So you're kind of working with tilting a little more, giving him a bonus to the save. So you don't necessarily need to know the individual.
Okay.
But you've definitely heard Roman can definitely describe him to the best he can.
Will the letter count for a negative?
Huh?
Will the letter count for a negative?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So he'll hand you the letter, no problem. Igno, wearing dark, almost like wizard robes, a very strong arcane caster, who...
Did you say he was blue? Or am I thinking of you?
I'm blue.
Okay. I didn't know if you were both blue. I don't know why I thought he was blue.
No, it's fine. He's one of the few humans here in the domain.
Okay.
So yeah, Igno, human, brown hair, about little shorter than Savannah.
Hey.
No, you're tall.
She doesn't feel that way when she stands next to Rolly and
Well,
I.
yeah, I mean, you're all very tall. Definitely
Some
Roman's
of us taller than others.
Roman's definitely the smallest of you guys, but is like, yeah, he was a tall individual, but he's smaller than Savannah.
Well, I can try it in the morning. Maybe I can see what's around him. It's the first time doing it, so don't put all your eggs in one basket.
So he needs to make a wisdom.
Oh, wait. Are we gonna just call this that we have a rest and then I'm gonna do it, or are we gonna...
Would you like to take a long rest?
Yeah.
I think it's time we go to bed.
All right, you guys take a long rest. It is the next morning, the morning in which you said that you would go out and see the caves. Gerald will be given this information and sort of lead you to where the cave entrance, being your guide to the point of the entrance of the cave itself. But you guys are awoken, and I'll definitely say, Vera, you wake up earlier than the rest of your party to do this spell, to also beat anyone waking you up mid-spell.
Okay.
So now he needs to make a wisdom saving throw, correct?
It's been a while since I've done this. See. Wisdom.
All right. Since you are doing it at second hand, he has a +5 bonus to his save. However, because you own a possession of his, it's a -4. So he has a +1 in addition to his already wisdom modifier, or wisdom save modifier.
Like, come on, Payla.
That would be a 16.
Damn! By 1! You had to get...
I rolled a
lower
14.
than
He's got a
15.
+1. And because of the +1,
5th level down the drain.
you close your eyes and you try to reach out. The sun itself cannot shine its light onto Igno, and you are unable to make a connection.
Probably just hear her say shit in her while y'all are sleeping.
Oh, wait. Well,
What?
Shady did spend 1,000 gold to make a -1. Does a 15 still save?
Yeah. The
Unfortunately.
DC is a 15.
Unfortunately, Shady, even with a 15.
I appreciate
the
you though,
save.
Shady. I appreciate
That's a
you.
good thought. That was really good. Very tricky, but unfortunately still saves.
Okay. By 1.
So I guess we all wake up to the loud screaming of shit. What?
Well, not loud, but you just hear shit. Like it didn't work.
Make it so, Lieutenant.
No, yours
so.
yours don't count.
Well, I didn't know because Savannah said we had robes, so if we had 2 things, then it would be lower. But I think we only have the 1 thing, right? I don't think we have his robes. Igno's robes.
No, we don't have his robes. We know of his robes. We know he's
gotcha.
wearing them.
Yeah.
We just know the description Jiro gave us.
Sorry, Shady, I tried.
So,
Yeah, we can't buff our own players.
We can.
but you guys start to hear the familiar tapping at your door as Gerald starts to try to open the door, but it is locked since you put sort of the beam down, and he's like,
I'll undo it since I'm up.
oh, sorry, I didn't know you.
We just don't like people breaking in our rooms at night. It's just a precaution.
Well, we wouldn't. Makes sense. I understand. Okay. I've heard from the Almighty that you would like to provide service.
Mm-hmm.
I can certainly show you the cave.
Are we gonna have... Oh, excuse me, that's rude. May we have breakfast before we go into a deep, dark cavern?
Oh, of course. I wouldn't send you without being at your peak.
Thank you.
You can have breakfast. It is the same.
Vera doesn't like this, but she's gonna get a meal out of it, damn it.
A meal of oatmeal.
More
Some meal.
oatmeal. Oatmeal with maybe some sliced bananas.
Well, it's better than nothing.
That's actually pretty good for yourself. That's a good meal to have in the breakfast.
I can neither bash nor agree. It's just.
It is okay.
You can have
Okay.
yourself another like
manners.
burnt cup of coffee.
It's okay. I have a feeling I will need it.
The burnt cup of coffee.
I say burnt because normally when they burn it, it's like that weird strong. Like there's good strong coffee, and then there's like you burned it.
You're gonna. I need my notebook for this.
I think that's my notebook, dude.
You have your notebook right there.
No, that's mine. I took it off my desk and put it there. You ain't gonna have none of your notes in there.
You're funny.
Then why was it on my book? On my table. I had a DM's notebook on my table.
You mean you could have had all the information, but you didn't?
Well, we have the same notebook.
All right. Well, you are led to the west side of the town itself. The waves you can hear constantly crashing against the cliffside. You are somewhat elevated from the waves itself, sort of like almost splashing at your feet from the very edge. There is sort of a descending walkway that almost curves in beyond your vistage at this particular point. You see that the clouds themselves are starting to part a little bit as strong winds are thrust against your face. You're tasting very cold and salty air. It comes to a point where you have to almost put a hand above your face just to get the salt and water away from your eyes as Gerald leads you down this slope, basically looking to you and go, be very careful, it's very slippery, so watch where you step and make sure you place a hand against the wall if you need a little bit of support. He brings you downwards to where you actually see that you're about 10 feet from the water at this point. And the water now is just actually starting to spray and maybe get you a bit wet on your right side. And you're kind of having to damn, it's really cold water because you're up north. But you are led to a sea cave that is very lightly lit. There are some torches that go further down to a certain point. Yeah.
Can we see in here?
Can you see? Yeah, it goes further in.
Okay, I'm just wondering if Rolly should use his orb or not.
There is no more lights beyond that curve.
Then I think that's a yes.
Well, good luck. Thank you for your service.
What time does high tide like to come in around here?
Generally near night. It's still morning, so you have some time.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gerald.
Nods and
Insight
take a
check.
second look and just
Can
moves.
I insight that second look?
You're gonna insight?
Yeah.
Go for it.
It's the shadiest man I ever seen.
I think he's just scared.
16.
16?
Goddamn nines. Yeah.
He's mentioned to you once before, at least to the other party, that he saw individuals sort of walk towards this direction.
But didn't come back out.
Yeah, he's not sure. He's definitely nervous for your own sake. And he knows what's down there because he's not knows intimately, but knows that there's a beast down there. So it's almost like a concern for your fellow man.
Okay.
But he does go back up towards the incline, and you guys are at the entrance of this cave. So essentially the cave doesn't go, if you're on the side of this walkway outside and it goes inwards, it doesn't do that. It actually starts to slowly go at an angle inside of the rocky plateau that you're on. And you see that it does curve a bit to where a point where you can't see, almost like the curve cuts your vision and you have to walk in to see.
Anybody else wondering, with the exception of Roman, why we keep ending up in caves?
I told you, beast in caves. This is our thing.
But we were in caves when we first met each other too. We've been in way too many in a short span of time.
I mean, statistically, generally, creatures live in caves for protection and nesting. So you kind of find most things in caves.
Not to mention, you can hide the tastiest secrets in caves. I mean, who's really gonna be stupid enough to go in one?
That's a good point. Oh. Good one, Rolly. Good one. And he's definitely like
Rip.
disgusted in his own like acknowledgement. He's like, good one.
Rip.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah. You want to
Well-
get your orb out? Can the orb go ahead of us?
No, it circles Rolly.
Ah, damn.
I was thinking about sending out the jellyfish, but I want to use that when we actually absolutely need it.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop,
Maybe
bloop,
you
bloop.
could send out. Well, I mean, I love her and all, but she's. Maybe she'll
No,
blend in here. Maybe you can send out
No,
violets.
I don't think sending in Violet's a good idea. 1, Big Bear. 2, Big Bear can drown.
Can she? She's like a shadowy thing.
I mean, I don't know. Water? You have anything more water appropriate?
she can swim. She's a polar bear. She definitely needs air to breathe, but she can hold her own for a while.
I think she'll just have an issue.
He
when
kind of like
night.
rubs the tattoo of Violet, and he's like, I don't want to send her to her death, so
No, I'm
we'll
not
see
saying
what
that.
it comes ahead, and we'll
Yeah.
make a decision
That's
there.
once we get there.
Yeah. You all look like the assessing a lot anyways, so we'll see.
Sometimes.
I mean, I saw you, at least you, Savannah, so...
That's not all the time, and we've all taken turns not doing that all the time. Let's just say that.
It's cold, can we go?
Yeah.
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 Okay. You go inside. You go inside for about 20 feet, going at this sort of direct angle, and you see the walls sort of like this uneven, naturally formed cave wall starts to almost shape small spikes at the top of stalagmites or stalactites. I always forget which is which. Starts to stop at the left side and starts to curve at the right. You are led to what looks like to be. Now I can actually describe this.
Sorry, Seb, but the potion's gone because it only lasts for 20.
It only lasts for 24 hours. You may roll for your. You
Yes,
can tap the
I did.
mixer, mix your own elixir.
Make your potion. Go ahead.
You are led into what looks like to be a fairly large space. You can hear the constant running of water, drips from the ceiling itself, from the basically the very cold and dense condensation space that you're currently in. What you stand on is what looks like to be a fairly large platform, like a raised area that stops sort of at a sort of an uneven circle. There is actually a bridge here inside the cavern that is strewn across for about 35 feet to what looks like to be another raised platform up, off into the distance, which again has, uneven cavern terrain, the walls that are just sort of naturally formed, though there is something metallic at the opposite end. And as you sort of look over this raised platform at what's below, you see that there is just sort of murky depths of just raised water that is constantly moving. You get a sense that there must be an entrance or exit from the ocean into the space here. Lastly, what you do notice from the current platform that you're on, that there are two almost dug-in holes from where you're at, and as you start to look down, they are filled with water.
Anybody want to hold their breath for a period?
I don't need to breathe water.
You don't need a what?
I'm
You
sorry.
don't need to breathe water?
I don't need to.
I don't need to breathe water either, but
I don't need to hold my breath. I can breathe underwater.
Oh.
You see underwater?
No, I have very bad vision.
Lily, do
Wait,
you wanna
actually,
give
no.
him- I think they get dark vision.
Shadow, not water genasi's, but he's a shadow sorcerer. He has dark vision. He has 180 dark vision.
He's just testing us. Anyway.
Yes, I can look underneath. So there are two holes, one to the very west and one to the north.
What?
What? He goes to the pond, sort of like this circular space. dunks his head in and sort of looks around. You just see basically his head just goes whoosh. And for a good solid 30 seconds still comes out. It goes down for about 15 feet and then it curves and goes off.
Oh boy.
It's like a tunnel.
How much rope do we got?
Did we
Savannah?
bring the? I was gonna say, we brought the rope back from our little trip, right?
Yeah, so you have about 100 feet of rope.
Do we have 100 or 150? I thought Rolly had a rope too.
If Rolly has some rope, then it'll be 150.
Always
I
have rope.
And I have a rope.
Then it'll be 200.
Yeah, 200 feet of rope. Yay!
What if we tie a rope to you and you go down?
Me?
Yeah. And then you can pull if you're in trouble. That's the only idea I got. I don't know what's in there. Or maybe you only go halfway if you're not comfortable.
Yeah, well, alright. You better be ready to pull me then.
I mean, big man can kind of pull. You might go flying.
Alright. Tie me up.
Tie a knot.
Well, I'm up.
Alright. He dives into the water. Unfortunately, since he's not really a player character, you don't see what he sees. You just see him go,
We have to wait.
and the rope starts to slowly get pulled. And you're keeping a bit of tautness, like he has to pull it to let it go. If he ever has to pull against you, then you know there's problems. It goes on for about 50 feet, and that's where we're gonna call it a break. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes, guys. Don't worry, we have a whole second half. I should be doing this more often. Just a reminder for those who may be lurking, please don't forget to give this channel a follow. We have a channel goal. We want to get up to 500 followers. Please help us get to that goal. In addition to that, as you see sort of Streamlabs giving the alerts, you can always use our promo code Arcane Focus at Astral to get a free month of gold. That's actually what we use to make maps here, and as well as to have this virtual tabletop, which is amazing. We love Astral as well. You can also you can get yourself some Arcane Focus merch. I know that Temple and I are wearing some merch. I'm wearing Books and Brew. She's getting Gina Leon. So, regardless, guys, we will see you in 10. So, BRB.
Bye.
Herb.
And damn it! I was eating some sweet tarts, and one of the bits and pieces got into my throat. And we're back.
Nice. All right.
Somebody clip that bullshit.
No, that was the best way to come back. I never have a good way to come back. It's so weird. Welcome back, everyone. We're back from a break. So everyone, the party right now is starting to enter in the Western Sea Cave found within the city of Mirbite on the behest of Valcor, the god of favorable winds and sailors. There is a fake creature who's currently
Even the cat calls bullshit.
cheering them on.
Got some interesting wins in this cave.
The last thing that you guys did is you told your newfound compatriot, Roman, the Water Genasi, domain champion to be, or the domain chosen to be, or in training, to head into the very west pool and sort of pull and tug if there's any issues. It goes off for about 50 feet. Rolly, and initially everything seems good. He's sort of tugging along, sort of continue going, and then you feel 3 pulls, then more, and 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 then it gets slack.
I pull.
You finally find the taut. You find the taut, and then he comes out.
What happened?
Free.
There was something. There was multiple things down there. Big yellow eyes.
Maybe that's our,
That's our creature?
yeah.
I don't know.
Big? Like, hey, I wasn't asking you.
Did
You're a man?
No, but I saw a glinting of white teeth from each and every single pair of eyes.
There's multiple
Wait.
sets?
Eyes?
Yes.
What?
I'm chewing candy while you're doing this.
There's multiple sets of eyes?
Yes. Multiple sets of eyes.
I think you got some stuff in your mouth. Maybe you got some dirt.
Tasty.
Oh. Huh. Well.
I mean, I'd ask if you'd want to go in the other one, but I think that's enough for now. I don't want to put you through
I'll
anymore.
stick my head in there, but that's as far as I'm going.
Yeah. Good idea.
Hey, Savannah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, how'd you like to do the party a favor?
When you put it like that, no.
Yes, a favor.
Cat got stuck.
Come here. I'll tell you all about it.
You want the jellyfish or am I bait?
Come closer, child.
I walk further away from Rolly. Actually, I go behind Roman.
Yeah, he's like, what? What are you doing?
So we need to figure out or get a better idea of what's down there. And you know, you're very perceptive, Sav. Perhaps you can give us a better look, especially with that ability that you can see in the dark.
I'm gonna stick my head in the northern one. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do that.
You just see his head go down. Okay. Bit of a bigger tunnel that goes north. Yeah, but there's something blocking
There's something walking? Oh.
the tunnel.
Were you able to see what it was?
It actually looks like man-made stone. Shady, thank you so much, buddy. 3 months. Thank you so much for using your Prime. Thank you so much, man. Couldn't ask for anything more. That was beautiful.
If I get a chance today, someone will admire my sweet Shady J's. I promise you that.
But yeah, he essentially what he's describing as he sticks his head within the northern pool, or this little puddle, is that it goes down for a bit and actually doesn't like curve out too roughly where you can't see further past. It actually opens up where you can sort of stick your head and see there is a stone, like a man-made stone blockade that is blocking this thing with, and he'll even describe it since he has 180 feet of dark vision. There's like etchings on it.
Maybe it's meant to keep it out, at least from coming out this way.
You like a spell?
Yeah, like a spell or something with protection, or I don't know. Like, they don't like this thing, but I mean, that entity would be the only one to be probably big enough to put it there.
It's like 25 feet that way. Like it goes down 25 feet, and then the stone thing stops, and then...
The direction of where the watering hole does it keep on going, or did we stop there because it stopped?
It presumably would continue going forward, but it's hard to see since it's underwater.
I was gonna say above ground. I mean, not under the water.
Oh, like if you could see the sort of this tunnel from above the water?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a perception check.
That's gonna be an 18.
18. You start to get a lay of the land, essentially the northern pool, where the blockade is, like in that sort of tunnel space. You kind of look over the cliffside, sort of this raised space that you're currently still on, and you see that there is a bit of like a lift. So almost like there is like an underground pathway that continues going northwards till it hits the end of a wall. You get a sense that perhaps the tunnel continues going further beyond that wall into something new. In addition with that roll, you notice about 25 feet, 20 feet, the same distance that Roman described where this blockade is. You see a singular rope that emerges from the water and goes up. And you start to follow that rope, and it hits what looks like to be a wheel, like a I think it's like a tackle or I think it's called, something like that. And then you see that you follow it over, and it goes to that metal collection of whatever it is on the other platform across the bridge.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
So I think that platform opens whatever that is.
Question is, what are we letting out?
We might just be letting out water. We can walk down it.
I mean, you have to pull the rope from down there, huh? You can't be up at the platform and then pull.
So essentially, what Savannah can get a gleam from is that you'd have to go across the bridge onto that other raised platform. There is some sort of metallic, maybe machinery on the opposite end where this rope is tied to. You get a sense that maybe something there would help lift.
Like a lever or something, right?
Yeah, like something would pull and drag up that blockade, allowing sort of a passage underground.
Alright, I'm gonna walk to that platform.
Okay. Savannah sort of takes lead here. Anyone following?
I'll follow.
I'll go with her.
We're all leaving Roman by himself.
Okay.
I'll stay with Roman.
Oh, you're gonna say, okay, well, yeah.
I'll stay with him.
So, Savannah and Vera, you start to walk across. I need both of you to make me a perception checks.
Ooh, natural 20. 27.
Natural 20.
23.
23. Damn, guys. What was your total, Vera, with the natural 20?
27.
27. Apologies.
We see it all.
Fancy.
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 I'm really, really sorry, guys. I have notes upon notes upon notes.
All the notes.
There it is.
All the notes.
All the
So,
notes.
Vera and Savannah, you definitely see this as you're halfway to the opposite end, basically the other raised platform. Again, it's only about 35 feet that this bridge reaches out to. About the 20-foot mark where you can see sort of the rope parallel to where you are. You hear splashing in the water, and you quickly look to your right, and you see what looks like to be, at first, this sort of red tentacle, that stops, like begins at the tip and then slowly starts to become gray. And as you start to follow this form, both of you start to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's connected to what looks like to be fins. And a middle fin, and then you just see beady black eyes on this very muscular mouth that opens up and you just see rows of a shark teeth. A shark mouth.
This is halfway there, right?
This is halfway there. And it's currently like reaching up. You see one tentacle reach onto one of the one end of the bridge, and you feel the bridge start to give a little bit.
I think that's our creature.
How does it want? Vera's conflicted because technically we're supposed to kill it, but she doesn't want to help that.
Another one hits it, and you guys have to like stable yourselves as the bridge itself starting to like tilt one way.
Now
Roll
it's time.
it!
Do we release the thing or do we go back?
Can you mage hand it from here?
How many feet is it away from it?
It is about 15 feet below you.
15 or 50?
Oh, sorry, 10 feet, because they have a 10-foot range, 10 foot below you.
Yeah, I can mage hand it from here.
Try it.
Oh, you mean the machine or whatever's beyond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we don't have to go the rest of the way. Still yelling, Raleigh!
you see when
already.
you did roll a high perception check. What you see is looks like to be numerous mechanical cranks at the end. There's about 15 of them. You get a sense that pulling a lever or turning a crank, it looks a lot more complex than you think a simple mage hand thing will do.
Okay, I think we need to go back.
Alright. How about we run?
Make me a dex save, both of you.
Do I do dex saves with disadvantage too?
That's gonna be a
No?
15.
15.
I did not do good.
Not good?
Nope. Nope. I don't think I even have anything to this. Nope.
Rip.
3.
Savannah, you were leading the charge, so I need you to make me another saving throw, Savannah. Because as you turn around, Vera starts to make her way and she's about to slip and she starts to grab onto the other end. So she's blocking you in a way.
Okay, that totally just rolled off the table.
Hope the tabaxi's more dexterous.
Roll
18.
18. You have the freedom to go beyond Vera to safety, or you have a freedom to stabilize yourself and do something in this moment. Rolly, you definitely see this as these like tentacles attached to what looks to be a shark upper torso are starting to grapple and try to like almost sway your friends off this bridge.
Oh god, I don't know what to do here. Run! I believe you can. I believe in you. You can do it. Run! Just run! Run!
Savannah, what are you doing?
I'm diving to go help Vera at least get stable on the bridge.
That's not the right way.
Hold on. And what was your roll last time for perception, Vera?
27.
I'm sorry, Savannah, because you're currently not in the
I think she got
position
23.
to
23.
23. You notice on the side of this creature, there is something burned on it. And or at least it shows the number 407.
7. Why do I know that?
No.
Vera does a... Let's see here, where is it? There you are. Oh, 21.
Just hits. Just hits.
Tentacle wraps onto your leg. And Savannah, you are trying to help her, so Vera, you can try to make me a contested athletics check to try to break its grapple.
Okay.
And since Savannah is helping you, you have advantage.
Yay. Nope. Hold on, one more. Better. 17.
17. You just made it.
The fuck?
As you kick away its tentacle and it releases, you see at that moment, if you didn't break it, it's something propels it out of the water and just barely misses your foot as you pull it away as the jaws of this giant... roll me a nature check.
Phew, I haven't only one of them in a long time. Ooh, not bad on the dice. Let's see what the modifier is. 19.
19. It has these same markings and size and just sort of like the same like vestige of a tiger shark as it chomps down and just misses you.
But I don't see that 4 or whatever, huh?
If this you rolled a natural 20, you would definitely see at this point. You could definitely look down, and you have a high passive perception too, so I'll give it to you.
Fucking shit.
But it misses, and it's like almost like enlarged with the, and I'll say even with your roll, it's the tentacles are coming from this shark.
Still running.
Okay, roll me
Let's
another
go.
deck save from both of you. Actually, Savannah, you don't need to. You succeed two times. You're fine.
Let's hope this is
Vera's right now
accurate.
trying to get her footing and go as
Yeah.
it continues. It wraps another tentacle on the bridge and causing more of a shake.
I don't have modifiers, so 17.
17, just enough. As you get to the other end, it releases and is gone from view at the moment.
Remember how they released that thing into the wild from the frickin' mansion? I think that's it!
Roll me an intelligence check, both of you, Savannah and Vera.
Huh?
Both of you roll me in just a flat intelligence check, and Savannah, you can finish what you were going to say.
I'm all like, I was like, I thought that? Are you sure?
I don't know, they said it was aquatic and they released it in the water.
Oh shit, they did. That's gonna be 18.
17.
Well,
You guys take a moment after you get to like the southern wall, the furthest away from the water. Rolly, you see this as the two ladies get out, and I'm assuming you sort of follow in as they get to the wall. Or are you keeping an eye out on the creature?
I'm not gonna fight no aquatic. I'm running.
Okay, you
Bye,
get
Felicia.
you get to the end.
No thanks.
Vera, Savannah, you remember the number that was in Blake Manor. It wasn't 407. It was 113.
Do we remember 407?
407 was not one of the numbers found within the laboratory in Blake Manor.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So who the hell is that then?
Run it. So now I have new questions. Are we supposed to fight it or free it?
I don't know if it's an injustice to kill it to put it out of its own misery.
Roman is standing at the end, just watching it, keeping an eye on it.
Don't bring out Violet.
Please, no, please
He's
don't.
just following it.
Please don't. Just don't.
And then he has like a motion where he's like, "There's a tunnel down there. Like, to the ocean. Because I can't see it anymore."
So it's just been coming in and out?
So he's like pinpoint on where he thinks that tunnel is, and just, which is a little bit like northeast, and he's just.
Maybe we can move the blockade?
Okay, so basically there's a blockade to stop it from going in the ocean, right? I think that's
No.
So to describe what you guys are currently on, you're on. There are two elevated plateaus. There is a bridge that connects them both. To the west of the plateau you're currently on, which is the southern one, there is the water, the little pond to the west that goes into like this. Essentially, where you sent Roman, he was like, "There's a bunch of eyes." Mm-hmm. To the north, there is another tunnel that is blocked by a stone pillar type of thing. On that second plateau, the northern one, there's a machine that can lift up that blockade. The news information you got is that there seems to be like an underwater thing within this tunnel that lets this creature go within the cave, outside of the cave.
Wait, you just said it went out the cave?
He's looked at it, he goes, it's not here.
You guys, we gotta go back.
I don't know if we're playing
Maybe
cat
be
and mouse.
quiet.
Yeah.
And we don't have to use the bridge?
Do we not?
Hey, you realize we never used the carpet, right?
We could do that.
But here's my 2 cents. Whatever the hell it is, it's not here.
That's my point.
So we need to get it in here.
No, we're going to release the blockade while it's not here. Then we'll deal with whatever that is later.
Yeah, but it's not the thing we're looking for.
There are multiple, there's different creatures. Do we know which one we're after?
No.
Unfortunately,
Wait.
no.
Didn't we hear, like, that guy say it was intelligent? Something like screams?
Well,
did say
it didn't scream.
I don't think a shark screams.
I don't think that's a full shark. I don't know what the hell that is.
That's a good
And
point.
if it's allowed to leave, I don't think that's our creature.
And drowning it is not gonna work if they're both whatever the hell it is aquatic.
I think the idea here would be to trap it in here so it doesn't go anywhere. But if it's not here, we need to get it here. Whatever it is.
I'm not going in the water.
I'm
Hey,
still on the.
maybe we could just have them fight each other.
I'm kind of liking this idea, but
That's fine by me. I that's totally cool. It's just how do we get that thing in here?
I don't know, Rolly. You want to go make friends with it?
No.
If I had animal handling, I would.
Thought you did.
I don't. But if I did, I
He's a
would.
survivalist.
No one has a piece of meat or anything, right?
At most, I might have some dry lizard left. That's it.
I mean, I'm sure I have some rations, especially from like.
I think we need fresh bait. I mean, maybe.
Going back to, we have the carpet. Should I just fly around in there and let it chase me in here?
I don't like that idea because if it
It's a
gets
night-
you, that's
Oh,
Who's
no.
quick? Who's very quick?
Sav.
I can make you quicker.
Oh.
I mean, I have that potion.
Give up.
It'll give you 10 feet of extra movement, but it's. Oh, yeah, for an hour.
For an hour.
But I don't know.
You can I think, what's your base speed, Savannah?
So the
Right.
base speed is 30 plus the extra 30 that the tabaxi speed gives me. So
Well, you can also do a bonus action dash, and you can action dash. So you essentially
Yeah.
can get across this bridge under 6 seconds. Probably less.
You think it was attracted by noise? Or you being in the water?
No.
Oh.
Because you're the only thing that went in there and then it came out.
Maybe you try again and I won't go in the water.
Yeah. Maybe if you get across the bridge. I'm apparently too heavy in this, but maybe if like a group of us goes under, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not against Rolly's idea. I believe trapping it in here is safe, especially if there's people out there and God knows what the hell it's doing. I don't feel right leaving it out there.
I'm willing to try to run across it.
Give it a shot. Do you move across, Savannah?
I'll start. Yep. Run across.
You have a very fast speed, and supposed to be also being a rogue where you can bonus action dash and action dash. You make it underneath like 2 seconds. Like, you take a moment to stop and listen for a bit. You look back at your party, which are only about 35 feet away, and Roman is locking eyes with you. Quickly looks away and then looks back to you and goes, like, you're safe. Actually, he can literally point at you, cast message, and say, you're safe.
Deep XL. I'm gonna go look at those levers.
What you see is you see 15 cranks. Like the rope itself reaches the ceiling, comes down, and is split on these metallic wires that hit each of these cranks itself. So each of them have like that little exterior like rod where you can grab and start to rotate in a way. All of them are currently up in a position. They go from. Let me hear. Hold on. Let me see. They go from the letter A to the letter O. So each one's like A, B, C, D, all the way to O.
Is it like a sequence thing? Like you have to start at A, or or this is like a legit code puzzle deal?
Make me an intelligence check.
With your new stuff.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That is going to be a 13. That was not a great roll.
13. What you get a sense is that there's something here. You get a sense like something intelligent made this. So there must be sort of a pattern to it. But as you start to assess each one, it is A to the very left, B, C, D, E, F, G, going all the way to the letter O. It is in order. But that's as much as you can assess from a 13.
I would nudge
Go
Roman.
Huh?
Can you tell her? Ask her what she sees. So I don't yell.
Oh, Roman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, what do you see?
That caught me off guard. There's a bunch of levers with letters. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if it's a sequence or a puzzle.
She said that there's like cranks and they're like levers with letters on them.
I don't even know what to spell out. Maybe it's name? We don't even know that. And there's no... I mean, I don't think it spells out Velcor, so...
No,
I'm gonna... yeah. I actually didn't tell them the letters. I'm gonna take the lever for A just to move it to see what happens.
You grab it and you start to pull it to the right, and it stops about maybe 10% of the way. You get a feeling that it's locked, like that was not correct.
I think because my roll is not going to let me figure this out. Is there any sign of seeing like what lever was the most used?
Dust.
Roll me another investigation check. Actually,
Better.
it's going to be a high one. I just realized the reason why. But what's your roll?
It's going to be a 21.
21. Unfortunately, that's still not good enough, and there's a particular reason why. You were informed before that they kept on trying to flood this space.
Oh, god damn it.
It had a very high DC, more than what you think.
What if she spelled out the name of the town?
There's not enough letters.
Well,
you didn't tell me.
Oh. Message. How many letters does it get to?
A through O.
A through O. It's like you can't do mirror bite. There's a Y.
You know that's how I spelled it in my notes. I just guessed.
Oh.
That's what I say. I knew there was a Y, and I'm like, there's not enough letter. What about the ropes above it? Do the ropes above it match the levers?
Yeah. So the rope itself is a massive, like actual rope, and then it is like split into what looks to be like metallic ropes,
And they all go to the letters?
Yeah. They all split into the 15 different cranks.
Wait.
All right.
I'm trying to avoid doing the whole I'm about to flip all the levers thing.
So we know that there's letters on cranks and levers. It can lift a pillar with some things written on it. There is another tunnel that goes to fucking eyes. I don't want to go there again.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
send message back, so I'm gonna wait until he calls me. But I just thought about something.
I don't know if this will
Anything?
work though.
Didn't you say there were letters on the pillar itself?
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. Rolly, Vera, can you hold on to the rope?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this.
There are... I told you that there are written things there. I'll be right back. Please don't kill me. And he dives in. After a moment or two, you don't have to pull. He actually starts to swim back up. They're not letters.
Alright.
Numbers.
Ah, shit. Well, maybe it's like, I don't know, A corresponds to 1.
Oh, we can try it. It's 2, 12, 1, 11, 5.
2, 12,
Oh,
1.
11, 1,
Wait,
11,
well-
5?
2, 12, 1, 11, 5.
5. Okay.
11, 5.
What the hell does that spell? So that's B. Something something. B something.
I'm still-
A.
I'm-
Hold on.
I'm still about to pull up a chart.
This is what our schooling made.
I got B A E. So we just need 11 and 12.
Bay!
Bay.
Bay! Nailed it. Just, there you go. We found the answer. Bay.
Alright, so
doesn't
you said we
make
need
sense.
11 and what?
We need 11 and 12.
2, 12,
11
1,
and-
11.
That's not right. What the hell am I
Yeah, that
looking at?
can't be right.
No, I'm looking at something and it just gave me a bunch of weird numbers. I'm just like, wait, that's not right.
So 2, 12, 1, 11, 5.
So, 1, 2.
I don't think it makes sense.
11 is K,
Uh huh.
and you said 12?
Yeah.
K, 12 is L.
It spells out Blake.
Nailed it.
Alright, so I'm assuming that you guys did tell me that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'll
It's
tell
alright.
him and he can tell you.
we're gonna fast forward that part. Definitely, you do get that information.
Alright, so we'll start. I go with letter B. Does it move?
Yep.
Alright. Like L A K.
With that final E, click happens. All 5 of the cranks start to almost moving on their own as you start to see the rope starting to get taut and pull. You start to hear like scraping of stone within this space that echoes within this naturally formed cavern. And you start to see as the rope is pulling this man-made pillar of stone out of the water. The water itself almost dips about a foot. And it's currently dangling.
I don't hear the creature, right?
Maybe if it goes,
Make
you
me
just smash.
Well, you know what? I'll have also Roman help you.
Half
This
of
one.
me, it's all like running and just start running. And the other part, I'm like, should I stay here or should I run?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Roman got an extra 1, so that's not gonna help.
Yep.
That is going to be a 17.
There are some splashes in the water.
Yep, we're running.
All right. It's gonna try to attack you as you make it
No.
across.
Right.
I don't believe that a 12 is gonna hit you.
It won't actually.
It actually, you start to see that the water itself, now that it's sort of disturbed, you start to run. You don't see it, but as you start to run, you just see it just jets itself out of the water. Water just being sprayed outwards, and you see numerous tentacles starting to reach out for you. You go, fuck, and you just continue going forward. It tries to grapple on you, and it just misses as it goes into the water. You are on the opposite side. Or back to where your friends are.
Seriously. What?
See,
What is-
I believed in you.
Is the Blake a thing, or?
Yeah. Not a good thing.
Not a good thing.
Oh,
Well,
well.
I think I should be able to, or I don't know what's down there, but we could now move forward down that northern tunnel safely.
Well, you take a look first,
Yeah.
and then
Let's
we'll...
not put you out for bait. Let's
Good point.
survey it first.
Please hold on to the rope.
Yeah.
Starts to go down. About 5 minutes pass. The rope starts to get taut and then loose. Another 5 minutes. Well, there is air. It does lead to something.
How far down, though?
It's like a 5-minute swim. Any of you can hold your breath?
How long have we been down here? Approximately.
I'll say you've been down here for about maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me see if I still have this.
He'll describe to you that he found what looks like to be like a note room, like an office.
Trying to check out more and more.
I didn't have a chance to look at everything. I just saw what I saw and I left.
I have that potion of water breathing. That I've never
Good for
used.
you.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him, like, you said it was about a 5-minute swim?
Move
Yeah.
your mic up a little bit, Steve.
Oh. 5-minute swim. Okay, I have an idea. I hope I can do this. I pull out the sending stone I have,
Okay.
and I give it to Vera. And I say, if I don't respond, send help.
Who's gonna pull you out? I mean, I think you're
No.
underestimating my strength now.
And
But
then
he has the one that can actually breathe underwater, and you have your potion. I'm the one that's gonna be stuck.
I go back about 10 feet,
Oh no.
and I run, and about 5 feet from the surface, I dive in.
Did you put the rope on?
I did not put the rope.
You dive into the water and you're like, "Ah, fuck, I forgot the rope." That moment of brilliance comes. Can you give me the rope?
Yeah, it'd be a good idea. Give me the
Yeah,
rope,
well,
please.
you and Roman tie yourselves.
Here. And he throws you the rope. Violet shows and he's like, bite that end. Go for it, big
Thank
guy.
you. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Should I go with him?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are left alone with Violet.
Chapter
Pretty bear.
Rolly, what is your con modifier?
My con modifier is a 3.
A 3. You can hold your breath for 4 minutes. It is
Oh,
a
that's
5-minute swim.
It's a 5-minute swim, so I need to look. I haven't looked up drowning or how that works in D&D in a long time.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Okay, here it is. You can hold your minute. Oh shit. Well, you get to the very end of where you can stop holding your breath, and water starts to fill your lungs. Cold,
Oh, I
icy
just
water starts to fill it.
fucking brought that
You start to
man
feel that it actually starts to seep through your nose and your mouth. You are. Let's see here. After that, it doesn't say what occurs. There's something here if you hit 0 hit points, but it doesn't say when you end that moment. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna treat this a lot like falling damage. You're gonna take some hit point damage for every minute that you spend here. So you're gonna spend a minute swimming past your own limits, and you're going to take some damage as the water starts to fill your lungs.
Understand.
it's like
I can do
Minecraft.
this.
You take 9 points of cold damage as you are breathing in water itself, and you emerge at the other side and you start to cough up this salt water. Roman right now follows behind you. He dived in after you, and he's sort of caught up since he is a bit faster underwater. He's like tapping your back. He's like, "Come on, let it out, cough it up." It is coming out of your nose. It is coming out of your mouth, and you're like tearing up a little bit. And you're like, "Oh, thanks you." It is the worst. If anyone's ever felt that, I'm so sorry, but it sucks.
It sucks.
I've-
How many damage you said again?
You take 9 points of cold damage.
9. Okay, perfect.
But you're on the opposite end.
Yay. I did it! What do I see?
What you see, with the light still dancing around your head, you see what looks like to be actually 2 desks that are off on the far side. There is there is what looks like to be like a slide slope off in the far west that leads downwards to another platform that you can barely see, but you'd have to slide down to see what actually is down there. There are notes abound on this desk. Each of them.
I go to the notes.
All right.
The past 5 minutes on our side.
It has hit 5 minutes right now. It's about like the six and a half minute mark.
I just kind of look at the stone and I look at Vera. I'm like, concern.
Try it. See, hopefully he answers you.
Rolly, you okay?
Like a sending spell, you start to hear the sound in your head, Rolly.
I look around. Is there any water around me?
Other than the water that has dripped off your person onto the floor itself, as well as the bubble that you just came out of. Besides that, which is pretty apparent to Rolly, there is no other water here.
I go back to the bubble real quick, like post haste.
Oh, well, I shouldn't say bubble. I should say like the pond you just jump out of.
The pond, yeah, go back there.
Okay.
Post haste. I dive my head in the water.
Nothing? I mean... Oh, you hear the gurgling, bubbling sound of water escaping Rolly's voice, Savannah.
My thing is, does she believe it though?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, should I roll for that?
Make me a deception check, Rolly. And
Yeah.
Savannah, you can roll me an insight check. We'll just do this as a posing thing.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I had a feeling.
As soon as he's going to say, oh, I'm going back to the bubble, I'm like, God damn it.
Yes. Oh, glorious. Oh, what was it? Deception?
Deception.
Oh, it's gonna be good. That's a flat 19.
I
Savannah?
hate you. I hate you so much. That's a 17.
Savannah, you think that Rolly is drowning. He technically was, but you think he's currently drowning.
Shortly afterward, I pull my head back out, and I'm like,
Wait,
kidding.
no, pause. Is there an initial reaction from Savannah's part hearing that one of your friends is starting to drown?
Kind of scream at Vera. I'm like, Vera!
With that scream, Rolly, you bring up your stone, just about to say something, and you go, "Whoa!" and you get pulled back into the water as Violet is starting to pull you back through the tunnel.
Say, I'm just gonna go, just gonna go. I'm just gonna go.
Wait, what?
You're underwater, Rolly, right now.
What the hell is happening?
Roll me an athletics check, see if you can stop Violet, because if you get pulled through here, that's another 5 minutes underwater.
Oh, shit.
Oh God!
Yeah, the boy who drowned wolf or something.
All right, so it's gonna be. That is going to be a 20. Oh, that's gonna be more actually. It's gonna be a 26.
Oh, thank Christ, because Violet rolled a 14 plus a lot. You stop the pool and you start to swim your way back because you got pulled for a minute, and you start to and from what the lady sees, Violet starts to like starting to like
Wait, what? Okay, Violet, let go.
and
Well, don't let go.
there's a lot of there's 200 feet. Rolly, you make it to the opposite end, back to air.
I don't understand. Either something got him or he was drowning. But how is he drowning if he's pulling against the bear?
I can imagine the camera just pans back to Broly, and it's like dripping, soaking wet. Just.
Remember how he likes to pretend how
Oh.
he's almost dying a lot?
I think we just got our answer.
Give me that stone.
Oh no!
Oh god. Oh no.
At this moment, Rolly, the box starts to glow in the water.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Rolly, the box
So-
starts to glow.
I'm holding on to the stone, and I hear no response. I notice my sack seems to be a little bit brighter than usual, so I figure the box is trying to talk to me. So I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Are they gonna say anything?
Well, I'm waiting for her to hand me the stone. I don't know what you want to do first.
I'm gonna hand her the stone, but I guess you're gonna answer the box while I hand her the stone.
So I don't know what's going on. So I'm just gonna. I was just kidding, guys. Are you mad at me?
Vera's hair probably turned stark red, and she's like,
No! No! Oh no!
and she just says it underneath her tone. She was like, "Pretend you're dead again, and I will make it true. Hurry up!" She gives the stone back to the sound.
It's like clicking. Roman looks at you, Rolly, as like, "What are you doing?"
Nothing.
Okay, well, there's a bunch of notes here I'm looking at. Do you want to look at them with me?
1 second. I got a call I need to take real quick. We'll pull out
Like,
the
how does
box.
Grover respond to Rolly's
yeah, the
glowing
box.
sack?
By the way, something's glowing. You alright?
I got a little call to take real quick. Hold 1 second. I pull out the box.
Who do I adventure with? As you open the box, Rolly, you hear, "I wonder what tentacle shark tastes like over rice with nice eel sauce."
I can see a little visible drool come out of Rolly's lips.
It's hard to tell with all the water coming down, but there is additional water now. You also hear, "The boy who drowned Wolf," or something.
Hey.
And then you hear, "I remember Adult Swim had had a shark and a flying crocodile thing back in the day."
The hell's an Adult Swim?
Did you say something?
Hey, you know what an Adult Swim is?
Isn't that when people go streaking?
Is it?
I think so. Sounds like a very technical term for adults to go swimming. I mean, anyone can go. I don't think that's the matter at hand right now.
Just I trying to see how adults streaking with like a shark and a flying crocodile?
I don't recommend that.
I don't either.
Hmm.
Alright, questions for later. Alright.
Hey, do you know who oh man, who Ollie and Olivia are?
Oh.
Ollie and Olivia. Can I roll to see if I remember?
Roll me intelligence check.
Yay,
This
minus
gotta
1.
be good. I go real high.
Fantastic! Fantastic! I rolled a 0.
Oh,
You know,
Rolly.
like they're like scientists. You know who they are? Blake's.
Asking her.
Sav, tell Rolly to give the stone to Roman.
Chip is gonna be like, "Hey guys, there is desk there. What's going on?
This is Rolly. How can I help you?
What do you see, sir?"
I see water.
Give Roman a stone.
You can give Roman a stone?
I think it's for you.
This is Roman. How can I help you?
I think Roman's Rolly's rolling off from Roman. God damn it, this is the last time we send him anywhere. What do you see?
Do you know who Ollie and Olivia are?
I look at Vera like, the manor?
What?
No. Ollie and Olivia?
The twins?
Yeah.
What?
What else do you see?
There's a bunch of notes. Well, first, we've sort of ejected from a pond. It's a small room with two desks here. Kind of similar writing style, to be honest. They're writing notes to each other. One's Ollie, one's Olivia. There's like a slide down here that leads to somewhere else. I don't know. I haven't gone down there. And there are notes about tracking subject 113 to a northern tip of Inaberry Island.
That's another one. That's like a third one.
Something about, they want to check on it. They hope they're allowed to check on it someday.
Okay.
What island?
Hold on 1 second. Either we need to get the notes over here, or we're gonna have to figure out a way over there. I can't make that swim.
How far's the swim, DM?
It's a 5-minute swim.
No, like in feet.
I cannot translate that to you. I labeled all of these tunnels in minutes.
So you said Enbury Island real quick before?
Inbury Island. Oh, sorry. Northern tip of. My apologies. Not that island. Okay. Inaberry Island. Inabury.
In this meantime, I'm gonna say. So, what did they say, Roman?
They said something about twins from the manor.
I have a question.
Did you guys go to a manor?
DM.
Yeah, what's the question?
Could I control water and get the water out, and then we just slide in?
I will give you an Arcana check. If you can control it away, I'll give you a bonus to your swim.
Can I give myself guidance in this check?
Sure. That's your roll.
No, it's not. I don't even know what that was.
I go back to Roman and I say, hey, I know we haven't been adventuring very long, but you want to see something cool?
Yeah, sure.
I guess while we wait for them, I'm gonna need that sending stone though.
Oh, sure. Here.
Yeah. So check this out. You saw that thing that was glowing?
Yeah.
It's a box that talks to you. Check it out. Open it.
You guys are full of surprises. He opens it up, and he hears a few things. I'm gonna pick some random things here. Gives it back to you.
Right?
They said something about maybe there's gnomes around here.
Well,
your box is weird.
Yeah. Quick context about the box. It seems to see us.
Oh, that doesn't feel good.
Well, it's definitely given us great feedback and definitely given us bad feedback. So, it's kind of a give and take.
Okay. I'm just gonna... Can you ask when the ladies are gonna get here? The box starts to glow again.
Oh.
And he starts to rub his arm, and from what Savannah and Vera you can see is Violet starts to disappear into smoke, into shadow.
Assuming that's our cue to go. 24, sir.
24. If you wish, I will cut down the travel time in half.
So it's like 2.5 minutes?
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
So can you hold your breath for 2.5 minutes?
I'm gonna repeat, my con is 0.
So you can hold your breath for a
Mine's
minute.
only 1.
So you can hold your breath for 2 minutes.
What happens in 30 seconds?
I agree that Violet went away.
Every 30 seconds you take 1d6 damage.
Okay.
I'm kind of angry Violet went away because I was thinking, I'm like, what if I ride the polar bear?
Oh shit, you could have.
Yeah, that's all I was like.
And then when she got dissolved,
Do you
I'm
wanna-
just like...
we can flavor it. Alright, we're gonna push past this one puzzle, so if you guys wish, You can use Violet as a bit of like an anchor point as it starts to swim and assist you. I'll say though that you, especially you, Savannah, you're going to take 1d6 damage, but that'll assist you.
I'll do that because that's the only way I can see this me making through it.
And then Rolly, you're opening the box, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
This is your third use.
Mm-hmm. I asked Roman before I opened the box, like, hey, I haven't heard from them. Maybe I should call them.
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Hello?
You guys are being rocketed with Vera, you're too busy trying to displace water with your control water spell. Savannah, you're grabbing on, and you just hear the voice of Rolly hit your mind because it's like the sending spell, and you just hear hello, and you're just like
I hear. Oh. Neighborhood Fire Brigade, you light it, we fight it.
Blur.
Savannah, you take 3 points of damage. As the ladies are ejected from this puddle, you guys are on the opposite side. Rolly, if you open the box, you hear... let's see, what's the one they use, the exclamation point? This is your neighborhood sheriff department. If you call them, we haul them. Next, you hear... oh, there was a good one here. I'm going to try to find it. Oh, where'd it go? Oh. It's like a cattle brand. That means there's at least 406 more of them.
What? What?
But everyone is now together back into this small space. It's kind of getting a little crowded in here.
I start looking at the notes.
I just start going to through the desk.
Sure.
Oh, hey guys, welcome.
I'm not going to make you roll for it. There's not a lot of different notes. There's a lot of few clear ones, especially because of the environment it's in. You do see notes about that Ollie and Olivia are tracking subject 113. They found that it has swam to the northern tip of Annaberry Island. They hope that they will be allowed to check on the status of the beast soon, but they know that they have other prior things to do. They like the solitary in this space. You know, it makes it more of a personal area, like a very personal for more experiments.
You know,
That's the exchange between the two.
if they weren't already dead, I'd kill them again.
I don't even know what to say to that. Because I'm the rogue, and I wouldn't be a rogue if I didn't, I check the desk.
Roll me an investigation check.
That is going to be a 16.
You check the desks, and you find a 16, you said?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Either I missed something or I found something. Which one?
I wrote very brief notes about this particular thing if you rolled high enough, and you did. I forgot the actual name of it, but players, you know what it is. Characters do not. It is what looks like to be a bundle of seaweed that has been wrapped together.
It's a rope.
Like it's like a small like if you got like greens, like if you got from a grocery store and it's like bundled together, it's small, not that big. Just a small rope that ties it. And there's a tag that says "eat."
Okay. That's why you said that. Alright. I'm gonna kind of poke my hand out. I'm like, anyone?
Mm-mm. Oh, well, I don't know. Does Violet get poisoned if she eats something?
Yes.
Okay, then I don't want to give it to her.
I'm gonna just pocket this because, as I've learned, don't eat
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Maybe we can
Okay.
give it to Lily and slip it in her tea, because, you know,
We don't know if it does a good thing though.
let's hope for death.
Can I see one?
Let's not
I
hope
mean,
for death.
it's just one.
It's a small stack of seaweed.
A corner if you're gonna eat it.
I bite
Like a
into
little tiny
corner.
nibble.
Like a little tiny nibble.
Nothing happens.
Maybe it's a long-term effect? Or maybe you gotta eat more. You know who we should feed? No. Because what if it does something good? I was gonna say we could feed it to that shark.
But what's...
What?
Oh, go on.
Oh, I was saying. So what was this about? A slide?
Yeah, and he just sort of points towards the west wall, and there is a small, like, narrow passage that slides downwards.
Rolly,
Yes?
go ahead, since you like to play dead.
You're not gonna kill me, are you?
No.
No, the slide is.
Scary man.
I just brought you back. You can't play with that concept.
You hadn't raised no cubs to be mean.
Wouldn't you? Get down the slide.
Okay.
All right. Rolly, you position yourself in this sort of sloped space, the condensation making it easy to slide downwards. You are led into what looks to be a bigger room here. Right away, you see the following. This is what catches your eye immediately. You see 4 cages suspended off the ground, and as you start to follow what's suspending it, it looks like a chain system on rails that almost like they go to the left, go straight up into a tunnel. The chain also, if you would follow it to the right, it goes down into a water tunnel. So that's all to the north. You just came from the east. A little higher of the slide, there is another like pool of water where you can assume you dive underneath and go somewhere. And then there is a pool to the south.
There sure are a lot of tunnels in here.
Into
You know-
the stone. Rolly. Rolly.
What?
Are you okay? Is it safe?
This is your neighborhood pub. You kill it, we grill it.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I'm gonna jump into the slide.
Roll me a perception check. And Savannah, as you start to slide down. Yeah, you don't have to make a roll right now, Savannah, but roll.
Okay.
You've stayed there for a second.
Got a 12.
12?
12.
Wheel.
You can hear coughing from one of the cages.
Guys.
Savannah lands right next to you.
Yes?
Ah!
Yeah.
Should we go?
Yeah.
All right.
Should you recall Violet, or does she like slides?
It's going to be a tight fit. So
What
I
do you
think
mean
maybe
with-
when we got to the other side.
Alright. Guess I'll go.
You know they're coming in right behind me. What do you mean they're not alone? We're not alone. Do I hear where he's coming from?
It's from the very left cage. The one that's closest to where the railing system goes up into the ceiling.
I'm gonna walk to it. It's in the cage.
You're going to be stealth about it?
Yes, I should.
Roll me stealth check. Right now, Vera and Roman land right next to you, Rolly. Where's Savannah?
Immediately look at them and say,
18?
18. You start to slowly make your... Because, again, this is sort of a larger space. You start to make your way closer towards the very, very left end cage. And what you see is a human. Water worn out clothes. Dark blue in color. Brown hair. Very matted, and just closing his eyes, you would suspect that a human cannot see in dark, so whoever this person is, he's been lost in darkness for a while. And he looks completely disheveled.
Reach the actual cage, right?
He's inside the cage.
I know, but I can reach the cage, like, if I wanted to. Oh my god, what is his name? What is his name? What's our human and friend that we're supposed to be looking for?
Igno.
I was sorry, Igno?
Who's there? Where are you?
I need you to be quiet. Roman brought, we have Roman with us.
You have room.
Shh, 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 shh. I'm going to pick the lock.
Roll me a perception check to see if you can find the lock.
Oh, that's not as good as I wanted to be. 15.
15. You start to look around the edging of the cage. The lock is on the very bottom. Almost like there is no opening a door. It's trap door kind of thing where you fall into the floor.
Damn it.
But you do see it there. I just need you to roll me a d20.
Am I adding anything to it?
Nope.
Yeah. 16.
16. Alright. Nothing happens.
And I get.
I don't like it. Alright.
Sav, are you okay over there?
I think our buddy's here. I'll be back in a second. Wait, I can't do anything. I'll be back in a second.
What's going on?
I actually just pocket it and I tell him, I'm just like, we'll be back. Just sit tight and I'm gonna sneak back to the party.
As you do so, Savannah, you can hear the sound of metal moving. And the cage, and all 4 cages in the space, and it starts to raise. Wait, no. Help!
Wait, oh no.
And another one raises from the water. And there is a 4 cages here.
I don't like that
And
kid.
what order is he in? Is he still up?
Huh?
Is he still
Oh,
up?
the cage, is he still up?
He's raised into the ceiling. You can just catch the very last of the cage itself where it starts to disappear into darkness. But you can do something immediately if you're trying to do something.
Maybe we just.
I was
don't
actually
know,
thinking about grabbing the cage.
Yeah, we're just gonna go run and like jump
Is
and
everyone
try
gonna do this?
Well, like maybe
I
me
can
and
try to-
Rolly.
Because I'm next to the cage, I'm like, I see it moving, I'm just gonna grab the cage.
Do you scream out for your party? Like get loud
I'm
enough?
like, guys,
What?
come!
I run.
Alright.
We're gonna go weigh it
First
down.
and foremost, Savannah, you do not need to make me an athletics check or acrobatics check, because since you are so close to the cage, you turn to your left and you can grab it instantly and you start to get raised off. I think, Rolly, you're the fastest among the rest of your party. You can get there next. Roll me an athletics or acrobatics check. Right now the DC is not going to be very high, because you can get there before it gets to the very top.
17.
17. You grab onto the cage as well. So now we have Savannah and Rolly hanging on different bars. And the Igno, who's currently like inside, like looking down at you all, is in such a weakened state that he's like trying to reach, like you could sense that he has not eaten in days. And in like on his like not doing very well, but definitely is looking down at you and going like struggling to breathe in the whole thing. Vera, I will say that you're next. Roll me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
Since we're now in the air, do I see the latch that was under it, since it was down under? Since it was like a trap?
The cage is, I mean, the lock is still there. You haven't touched it.
What is my?
We'll see what you can do something
athletics?
in the next turn, but we're
I
trying to
did
go
that
around. Yeah.
21.
21. You quickly grab onto the bars as well, and now all 3 of you are hanging. Now it's going to be Roman's turn. Oh, I hope he has a plus. At least a +2.
It's gonna fall.
He needs a +2 to what I just rolled. Oh my god, he does! Athletics
Yay,
plus
thank
2. He does. He actually grabs onto your boot, Vera. As he's like, he was the last one there. He grabs onto your boot and he's just like,
Well, this is an interesting thing of events.
you guys start to go the cage is actually starting to, like, at least the railing system, because all your weight is starting to slow down. You're going up. First,
Wait,
10 foot.
Wait. Igno, give me your hand.
I have something I could try to do, but I'm not going to be able to tell anybody that I'm about to do it.
See what's gonna play out before I do what I'm thinking.
Well, Savannah was first. We're going to go in order. Savannah, what are you trying to do?
I was going to still try to unlock the lock. I'm just now worried he's gonna fall through.
So, you guys are right now about 20 feet up. There's a cage below you that'll probably slow your fall, but it's going to hurt if you hit something metal.
I'm not worried about me, I'm worried about him.
Yeah, good point. We're going to go in order. Savannah, what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna unlock the lock.
Roll me a lockpicking check at disadvantage because you are hanging with one arm.
But the mage hand.
You need to spend an action to cast it.
Grr. Fine. Oh, and that was a nat 20. God damn with your disadvantage. Okay, that's not bad. That's gonna be 18.
Oh yes. That's exactly what you needed. Because these are large rocks. You do that thing where like you use a bit of your own claw as a part of it. You stick that in. You start to use your thumb to maneuver a bit of the lock picking, and you're like, come on, and it's like using all of your wrist strength that you can with the one arm, and you're like starting to like shake on your right because you're holding yourself up, and the lock falls. You still have to open the grate, but you essentially have unlocked the cage.
Oh, I'll let everyone do their action first.
All right,
Okay, well,
Rolly, you're
I
next.
don't have to do my thing
Do
now.
I see the lock happening?
You see definitely like
We're all
a
like
celebration from Savannah. She's like, yes! And the lock falls.
I open the cage.
No, don't open the cage.
All right.
Open the cage.
I'm like, Roman, jump down.
I need
Violet!
Vera and Savannah to roll me d4. Actually, you too, Rolly. You need to roll me a d4. Oh, no, not you, Rolly, because you'd be opening it, so you'd be fine.
Ha!
Whoa.
Suckers. Suckers.
What did you roll, Savannah?
Hold on, D4. A 1.
We rolled opposite of the specter.
Savannah, you were holding on to where the grate was because you had to get that close to open it. You do that thing where like you're holding here and it like swings you a bit. I need you to just roll me an athletics check to grip, like just grip strength. Keep yourself from falling.
Athletics?
Yeah,
God damn it. That's not good.
it's all about grip strength at this
That's
point.
gonna be 10.
You fall with Igno. That is, I think I said you were about, it was 10 feet. You raise another round for 20 feet. Both of you take
Yes, I land on my feet, but that still hurts.
10 points of damage.
Ouch.
And Igno cracks into the steel cage. And Savannah, you can see that he's no longer moving.
Fuck! I drop!
Whoops. I also drop.
You drop.
Run away.
You drop with Roman on your foot, and as he sort of
Oh, I'm
drops with you.
sorry!
Oh.
So, Vera... Actually, no, I'll just keep the same roll. Vera, roll if you drop as well, and so does Roman. All of
We
you
gotta
take 10
take
points
10?
of damage.
Okay.
I'll take it.
I'm running.
I mean,
Okay.
we fell on top of the cage, so...
Yeah.
Is he breathing?
He is unconscious, about to make some death saving throws.
Shit! Not again!
Who's got potions? Quick!
Yeah, she'll do a healing word. Oh, not healing word. Cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
Yeah.
Roll me your spell slot and roll the healing.
I'm assuming he's pretty bad, so I'll do it at a second level. So that's 2d8 plus my wisdom modifier, which is a 3.
Doing that, can I just peek under the cage under us just to see if there's anyone there?
12
Yeah.
points of healing.
12 points of healing. He...
I just kind of...
You hold his mouth down. You look down, Savannah. You just see bones in the cage below you.
Maybe that was the scavenger party.
I've been here for days. I don't know where the rest of my party is.
They weren't in the cages?
They were in the cages ahead of me. At this point, you're echoing from above.
I'm pretty sure that was a scream.
Wow.
And then you hear of words.
Oh.
Where are you?
I think we should go back through that. We should...
So what's the plan, guys?
Well, we're staying quiet.
So I know that the cage above us went through it. Can we see that high up?
No. Even with Roman's 180-foot dark vision, it goes up about 50 feet, takes a sharp 90-degree turn, and goes north.
Okay, that means I don't think he'll be able to see us. So I'm not like, I need to get down.
Okay. So you're still in this space with the 4 cages. I'll re-describe of the areas around you. There is, of course, the slide that you took that goes back to the note space. However, if you were to go close to that, you see that actually a latch has gone down. There is a water pond to the south and a water pond to the east. And then there is a water pond where all these cages are coming from to the north.
So we get back in the water with Big Creepy Thing, or we go up there and fight Big Creepy Thing.
I think we're gonna have to fight Big Creepy Thing. But I don't want to take him with us.
So why don't we leave him here with
Oh no, Roman's coming with us. We're gonna need backup up there.
Oh.
Roman is literally like kneeling down where Ignoan is like, "Are you okay, friend? What happened?" Like, and they're just having a conversation.
I mean, I don't know if we want to wait that long, but I can do the prayer of healing for 10 minutes and then we'll all be kind of okay. Since we all fell on our asses, so to speak. That's for you.
There's something over there, and I'm not going to leave you guys to your own death. If we can stop that, this guy will be safe.
Yeah, I agree though. He shouldn't be coming up there with us. He should stay here. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know what you do, but I don't think you're in the best state to be up there with us.
I can't fight. They took everything. My
Who's that?
wand. My
Who
components.
took everything?
Do you have an idea where they might be?
He points towards the eastern pond. I couldn't see, it's too dark. But I heard him go that way.
I say one problem at a time. I say we keep him safe.
I
We
can
go-
let Violet watch over him for now.
Yeah.
We just won't have her. He rubs his shoulder and the forearm, sorry, and Violet starts to appear in the darkness, almost like the darkness is starting to collect into this bright blue polar bear. Hey, watch over our friend, okay? Okay. Igno, you remember Violet, right? She's gonna watch over you. Whatever is in there, if we can stop it, you'll be safe. Rest. I don't have anything. Here, just in case. And he pulls out from his own pack a torch and a tinderbox.
I mean, we could light it on fire. That's always
Just-
the plan.
If you feel that you need to go somewhere, light it. But until then, let the darkness protect you.
maybe orb down, big guy.
So, what's the plan, guys?
Do we remember what the twins look like?
Sorry?
Do we remember what the twins look like?
You do remember what the twins looked like. They looked like, well, they were humans, very much alike. Blonde hair, very prim, proper, everything. If it wasn't for the fact that they didn't have like the ears and the strong like facial features of an elf, you would consider them elves. Like they're that like pronounced in terms of their facial features. Obviously, you knew from the Blakes that they were rich,
Yeah.
so they were very prim, proper, and had the very like noble clothings of someone of a higher elite.
I had a thought, but then I realized it may piss them off, so maybe not.
What's that?
Because she has that cape that can make you, like, at least change this bottom part of you. But I don't know if it's enough to look like one of them. But, I mean, if they made that thing, I don't think it's going to be particularly happy that it got stuck in here. To see them.
You hear starting to echo from above. Where are you, meat?
Rude.
I mean, I think our next bet is he's gonna want to pull up the next thing up. So why don't we get in the next cage and hope he pulls this up?
I don't know if I like this idea.
You don't like this idea? No.
I feel like I'm a canned dinner.
Rolly has an idea.
What if there are more people in cages? What if we just have him continually grab cages up, and then if we see anybody in the cages, we save them?
That too.
I know one of the cages had bones in it, so unfortunately not much we can do there, but like...
But it said one cage has bones. Those cages are underwater, and if those cages came from that side, those probably have bones too.
Well, we don't know until we try.
So, waiting it out?
Yeah, let's see what happens. How long are we waiting it out?
How long you
we
tell
got
me?
If we got 10 minutes, then I'm gonna cast the spell.
Well, my whole thing is more of, are they still gonna try to flood us in here?
Yeah. Well, 10 minutes, if we've only been in here for like 15 to 20, probably an hour now in the morning will be okay if we have 10 minutes.
Well, the question is for you, Vera. You can't say you wait 10 minutes and then you do it.
No,
and
I
that 10 minutes
know.
counted.
That's why I said, how long are we waiting?
I was more hoping let's hope the monster thing is hungry and just won't wait. Because
All right. How long do you wait? That's the question.
I guess like one full cycle? Like we don't even know how many there are.
No, I need from you guys. How long are you waiting? Because Vera, if you're going to cast a spell, you're going to cast it.
Yeah.
how much do you need time for this spell?
I need 10 minutes.
I guess we're waiting 10 minutes then.
Let's go.
Are you going? Waiting 10
Yeah, I
minutes?
didn't hear Steve.
Wait 10 minutes.
Oh,
Wait,
All right,
okay.
wait 10 minutes.
Okay, so she'll get her stuff out.
Well,
then.
hold on. Before you do that, while you're casting the spell, Vera, this is what you see, or hear.
Okay.
Just a growl, angry. Almost something other outwardly about this yell. And the chains start to move again. Another cage lifts up, and now it's not stopping. Now it's going in a circle, where you just see, and it's going faster and faster and faster. You unfortunately do not see another body here. You occasionally see like bones, something, like bits of clothing that have been left behind, but whatever this thing is, it's controlling the cages, and it's angry that it's missed something. But the 10 minutes are spent.
So I can
And
do
now
it.
that it's more pissed off.
9 plus. I'm only doing it at the second level. I'm not going to waste a third. 9 plus 3. 12 points.
12 points?
12 points to everybody because it's with 6 creatures that need it.
All right, everyone gets 12 points of healing.
So we.
All right. The cages stop.
right.
Do we hear anything? That scares me, guys, because that means he's pissed off at someone.
Can he go kill Velk?
So
Can
I
he go
think it's
fight the god?
No, well, I mean, unless the god was the one feeding it, because somebody has to put these people in cages.
True.
So I'll remind you that there is the tunnel to the east, tunnel to the south. Unfortunately, you can't go to the one to the north. It's where the cages are coming from, and it's a bit too narrow to squeeze past. Because there's also cages in this railing system.
And where did he see the eyes in?
Where do you see the what?
Where'd Roman see the eyes in? I forgot where everything was.
Hold on, I'm getting lost. What did you say?
I said, what tunnel did he see the eyes in?
That was the tunnel when we first came in.
That was from the. That was a.
Oh, okay.
That was past.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know. Although when you read the description of this thing, light bulb went off, but we'll see. She technically doesn't know what that looks like.
Where are you guys going?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Just can't be Vera, because Vera feels like the only one talking out loud. But I need everyone else to be okay with stuff that they're doing.
I would rather just go up there and get this over with.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go.
Idea, but we made it to we had to wait, so I think.
I know, but I don't want to go up there with 10 hit points down because I don't know what the frick that is.
So what's the plan?
Just rattle one of the cages.
You're gonna rattle one of the cages?
Yeah.
All right, you do so.
As she does that, can I grab onto one of the cages?
Same.
Yeah, of course. You guys are. Roman will follow your suit. Basically, anything you guys do, Roman's gonna try to follow and do so as well.
Just try and make some noise. See if
You wait a bit. Cage doesn't move.
Can I climb it?
You can certainly try.
Oh no. It's not good when the DM says that.
That's definitely not good.
Roll me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Let me check it. That is gonna be 16.
16. You can get up. You start to go up like this long, thick chain. You get about 50 feet to a point where it starts to get to that curve, and sort of does a full right angle, and you are blocked by a cage.
God damn it. So I don't want to yell. Actually, I think we do. So I'm blocked.
You hear that from your party member.
You're blocked.
See anything?
The tunnel continues going beyond this sort of barred cage in front of you for about another 50 feet and then drops.
I can't slip by the cage.
It is like perfect size.
God damn it. I don't have the strength. That's one of those times I wish just like try to kick it.
You kicking this.
And there's not like, is there a mechanism that we can see from the bottom?
Not here.
I was gonna say, technically, fucking Neroli's a siege weapon. He could just be like, I'm gonna hit it.
I mean, I can. I absolutely can.
You can do it.
I'm gonna fall back down. I mean, unless you want to break the cage that's blocking our way, we're kind of stuck.
Oh, there's a cage up there blocking your way, Sav. Oh, okay. Let me try. Let me see if I can knock it off.
Roll me an athletics or acrobatics while you have to climb 50 feet.
That is going to be a natural 20.
All right. You get up there, and there is a cage blocking your way.
I'm going to attempt to knock the cage off.
All right. I will describe what you see here. So essentially, you are standing in like a very neat, squared pathway. The cage itself is standing right in this pathway on a chain system, and it's not like you can knock it off. It's just because it's currently like a perfect square instead of a perfect square. So you can try to smash it. You can try to kick the system. push it. It's possibilities are endless. D&D.
Uh, can I attempt? Okay, so I saw how like when we lost the dude when we fell from the cage. Like I saw how like the bottom opened under, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if maybe there's a way I can maybe I can open that and try to fidget it from there.
From this angle, you see again, it is a perfect square. It's not like the cage will open from the bottom.
Oh, so there is no
There's
door.
just enough room for maybe an inch. Because it's currently swinging a little bit and sort of scrapes a little bit. I'm trying to find the best way to describe it.
Doesn't your axe have like fire damage? Maybe you cauterize that thing in half.
It's more thinking if he knocks with the system, it'll fall enough that he can push out the way.
You okay? I believe from what you mentioned, like it's a
It's a lot like it is.
Yeah,
the inner
but then you're-
square is very thin
But then you're saying that the tunnel is like a perfect shape for the
cages.
right?
Yeah.
Am I inside the tunnel right now, or am I near it?
You're standing in that tunnel.
Okay, cool. So then, I'm gonna try to like push the entire mechanism upwards by holding my feet onto the sides of the tunnel and pushing upward.
Are you trying to move the chain?
Yes, I'm trying to move the entire.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I wasn't trying to understand. Wasn't really fully understanding. Okay, go roll me athletics check.
Uh, 23.
23. It doesn't budge.
Oof.
You get a sense that whatever is locked into this thing has a lot more mass tied in this circular thing that you can push from this vantage.
Oh.
I will say this much. From this, since you guys have been trying different things, it doesn't look like you'll be able to get past this particular side.
We'll have to find another way up.
And you said that they come from under the water, right?
Yes.
Means with the tunnels, we'll probably have to go through one of them.
Okay.
Didn't say Roman said one went down and then one went up? Or am I remembering wrong?
Okay.
Oh,
Let's do this once more. So in that
I forget.
cage space where you originally found Igno,
Uh-huh.
you follow the path going up, and it leads to this perfect space where the cages are being directed on this chain. Looks like you really can't get past this particular space with the checks that we've done so far. Cages also come from the water. There's sort of a northern pool where cages come out. It's very thin, and you get a sense that if you were to dive inwards, you'd probably get blockaded by another cage because it's on a chain. It's like going through a circle. There is another tunnel, but northeast of the side that leads somewhere.
I'm calling my jellyfish.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Like, jellyfish.
Where are you sending it?
It's that northeast tunnel that Igno said that he heard them from there.
Okay. Roll me a perception check with your jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Don't forget
It's
to
gonna
give Igno 12 from that prayer healing.
What was the roll?
17.
17. Ooh, that's pretty good. It goes down. Doesn't go very far. Let's see here. You are sharing your senses with the jellyfish. Luckily for you, it's not really affecting your jellyfish senses right now, but it is super cold in this section. Like, super chilled. Where you see maybe like small slivers of ice that are starting to float up to the top. And it sort of hits the very top of this cavern. It actually, the cavern itself starts to split into two pathways. With your jellyfish senses, you can see that one of them goes up into where air is. The other one continues in circles a bit to the right, beyond your view.
Can I send it to the side that has a little bit of air? That goes to air?
Absolutely. You have a 100-foot range for this, so this can work fairly well. It curves a little bit to the left and emerges from the water, floating now. And you see what looks like to be a stone-made room that is like man-made. This is the creepy part, it seems very familiar because there are tables, beakers, tubes, different color elixirs off to the side that have maybe fallen over and maybe gone a little bit stale. There are also glass, like humanoid cover. You've seen this, basically tubes that encapsulate individuals, and you see placards on each one. There are 4 tubes in here.
Empty or?
They are. What'd you say?
You say are the tubes all empty or have things in them?
They are all empty.
I'll call back the jellyfish.
You snap it and it returns to you.
So I think we found their lab.
They have like 2 in here. Probably more.
You get a sense, Savannah, it was like maybe a 2-minute swim to get to that part.
Okay. So 2-minute swim, guys.
I have an idea. I'll relay this to the party. So, I couldn't push the chain up, right? But what if you guys could go to the little pond where the chain comes down, and all 4 of you, yeah, I'm also including the bear in this. We're gonna need that bear, sorry.
5. 5 of us.
5, yeah. What if you got, no, 4, because somebody needs to go up there. What if the 4 of you guys pull the chain down with all your might? I'll be on the other chain on top of the cage going upwards. See where I'm going with this?
No offense, really, but shouldn't the lighter one go up?
You really want to send the squishies?
Well, I mean, you're the strongest, pretty much. But she's also the fastest.
I mean, Sav, are you okay with that?
And I don't think she
Think
can hold her
we're
breath
gonna-
that long.
That's my whole thing. I'm like, I don't think we're gonna get much further with the chain. I think he's giving up on the chain.
Righty.
I'm sorry.
Don't know what to do then. I don't know what's on the other side, and I don't know what is going to happen at this point. Yeah.
Maybe we go through the lab.
So who can hold their breath for 2 minutes? Oh, wait, actually can. No, yeah, he can. He's an air genasi. Tell you what, for you, Savannah, he can do control water.
Oh, wait. Okay. I can give her the potion I have.
Yeah.
And then she'll be fine, right? How long does this last for?
I think it's like it lasts for 8 hours.
I don't remember.
It's like
That's perfect.
I think it works like the
It
spell.
says you can breathe underwater for 1 hour after drinking this potion.
1 hour.
Okay. So I will unequip it. And
So
hand
Savannah,
it to
you have a bright blue elixir given to you.
Only took us several months to use it, but
You drink it down, and you start to feel something funny happen to your neck.
Gills.
Gills.
Yeah.
now you guys are like twins.
No, I'm a literal catfish. That's nice.
That's funny.
Well, there's worse things you could be.
Yeah, it's true.
So which way was the thing, Savannah?
That way. And okay, so we're gonna go down through the tunnel. We're gonna get to the point. There's gonna be a curve that goes up to air. We're gonna go that way.
All right. So, what's the marching order?
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll follow right behind.
Perfect. Roman will follow after you.
Guess I'm going at the end with Violet. Or no,
I
Violet's
also
watching
need to
Igno.
get my Is the
Yeah.
code going to affect us?
Well, as you jump in, as you have that thought, I need everyone to make me a con save.
Oh, great.
Hey.
Oh, thank God. 19.
Nice.
Didn't roll too great, but we'll see what this is. 13?
Yeah.
Well,
12. Roman didn't roll high either. Everyone but Savannah takes 13 points of cold damage.
Yeah, and y'all didn't
Savannah,
want
however,
healing.
you take only 6.
I mean, I'll take it, but how the person with no con?
Because you rolled well, I rolled like shit.
I rolled pretty poorly.
I'm glad I did the healing spell.
Also, I wanna flavor it that Rolly is still stubborn and that he can get the chain moving. He's just not strong enough, so he's like kind of distracted with that, and that's why he failed this.
But you quickly emerge after holding your breath, and you are met with the same descriptive imperative that I gave Savannah when she had her jellyfish look in here. The same sort of familiar laboratory look, though a bit smaller from the Blake laboratory. You do see 4 large tubes,
I think those read the little placards.
the placards. You see Experiment 407.
Oh, that was the fish thing.
An umbrella octopus tied together with a tiger shark. Fairly successful. And then there is like a note written underneath that saying, "Mundane, kind of an easy mix, don't you think, brother? Perhaps it has its uses." 408 is the next one. Non-responsive. We require a bit more DNA to grow our own kraken. That's a bit excessive, don't you think?
Oh boy.
So, seems like a failed experiment there. 409. This case, however, has been shattered. It reads, Experiment 409 shows strength and loyalty. Our benefactor wishes to keep it for themselves. Shame. It could have been something more. And lastly, 410, which actually does not have anything written on it. Seems like it's completely empty.
Okay. Question is, what the hell is that up there? Is there any notes or anything? Other than...
You can search around. Make me an investigation check.
Can I help her?
You definitely can.
I don't think I can get double advantage. I got
No,
eyes
but-
and minute seed.
But Savannah's there helping you.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give you a break because you've been an ass. I'm gonna. Haven't been that great. Okay. Let's see. Investigation. It's only a 13.
Only 13. You look through most of the notes. A lot of them look water-worn. It seems like whatever potions, elixirs, experiments that are happening here on the actual platform have either bubbled over and stained a lot of the notes here.
I mean, if we walk further down, is there like a doorway or anything?
You do catch that there is a door to the north.
Going for the door, guys.
Check it first. Or don't just open the door.
Mage hand doorknob.
Okay. You open it like, quietly, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yeah, that's not good. 12.
12. The door, a small sound as it opens up, and you see. Oh boy, here we go. Let me get my notes here correctly describe what you see here. You see that the space itself opens up into what looks to be another cave room. immediately what you see is a cage hanging off in the distance about kind of northeast from where you currently are looking from. Shining glyphs to the north east are there, sort of giving a pulse of light, and a metallic platform that goes up to what you see a shining, glowing purple gem.
Pretty.
What was that?
I'm like, pretty. I'm trying to make sense of the room. So these cages are completely different from our little contraction things in the other room, correct?
They look familiar.
Waiting to see if she tells us, then I'll add my 2 cents in. Because she hasn't told us nothing.
No, I'm knowing Savannah should probably just say outside, pretty gem. Out loud.
Shiny.
Shiny.
Sad. Given where we are, it doesn't match the green one, does it?
Wait, hold on. DM, does it match the green one?
It does match the green phylactery sliver that you do carry with you.
What else is around it? Is it like how we found the other one?
It is difficult to see because you are far away
No,
from
I'm
the
asking
door.
her. I'm asking her.
She is far away from the door, using a mage hand, looking through a crack.
I will creep closer to the door,
Make me a
but not
stealth
walk
check.
through it yet. Please be good. 15.
15. Oh wait, actually. All right. You creep up to the door. What you can immediately see to your north, obviously, is the same cage I mentioned before on a railing system. There is like a bucket of water, and off to the side, the glowing from the ruins are like pulsating in this sort of rhythmic pattern, giving the room sort of this soft luminescence. You can hear the sound of dripping water from all around you, and the ruin itself, as well as the gem that's currently is floating a bit in midair, is giving like this soft hum. You get a bit closer. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
You are grabbed as a meaty, like gray and red hand reaches through, grabs you by the scruff, and throws you into the room. And that is what we're going to call today's session. Everyone sees this.
Oof.
You were let go, Savannah, but you have been tossed.
This is what me being a nosy cat gets me.
Instead of red and gray hand.
Yeah, like a bulbous, meaty hand with like pustules and bumps reaches out, grabs Savannah by the scruff, only like almost encapsulating her entire head, but grabs the neck, and then just the door is opened immediately as it tosses your friend in. You get a sense that maybe it heard you coming.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Maybe.
All right, well, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this little story so far. More to come, obviously. We stream here every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
What happened? You turned
losing
into a
air.
mouse.
Losing air. Oh boy, tomorrow's gonna be great. Do you want to end this on a tease?
Sure.
Sure. Let's
We're all masochists. Wait now.
Jeez. Wow.
let's
I have theories. I want to know if one of them's right.
let's go and put you on the map. So hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna add something here. Boop. All right.
I mean, Shady's like subscribed to 3 months.
So Savannah,
People
you're
are-
right about here now. Door's been open.
I was more curious, did I survive getting slammed against the wall?
Did you get? Yeah, you were just tossed. Essentially,
Okay.
you got like a specific shove attack type of move. You're totally fine.
Okay.
Turn this off.
You're one of them cats that got in trouble for looking at something.
Yeah.
So Savannah, you're right about here next to where the cages are, and intercepting you, standing right about here, is this creature.
Oh, great.
Oh, he looks friendly.
And there's the pulsing gem. It currently stands. And yeah, that is where we're going to call today's session, guys. Check you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Death.